veteran versus a rising young talent. Well done, gets into the pocket. Flames are shooting at the back. Big angle, he turns it up, man. These guys are going for it. That final inside clip. Working in the smoke, well done. Round of applause.
Hello everybody and welcome to round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. We call this scorched. It's a little moist, it's a little wet, it's gonna dry out. We see thunder, we see lightning, we see rockets in the sky, and we see some weapons of mass destruction on the ground. We're talking about WMD-FD, weapons of mass destruction of tires, here at Orlando Speed World. Thank you so much for joining us here. This is all thriller, no filler. This is an independent pro round, as we have 4 of the 8 rounds, which are the Link Engine Management Pro Spec round, but this is exclusively a pro round of competition. Excited to see what Orlando Speed World delivers once again, as we are always promised inclement weather. We've seen some of the wildest weather we've ever seen in Formula Drift history as we kick off things at our 23rd season. It began in Long Beach and it ends in Long Beach. We had a stop previously at Road Atlanta, where it all began 23 years ago, and here we are at OSW. Thank you so much for joining us. I am myself, your tour guide, Jared Deane, and Jacob Gettens here, the blue beanie, the teal Tuerck, host of the Outer Zone podcast. So for any and all information, some great insight on drivers, staff, crew, and stories as they unfold throughout the season, or historically, Jacob Gettens in the Outer Zone podcast. So Jacob, coming off of Long Beach, the introduction of Wally, going back to standard, let's call it qualifying, 2 non-consecutive runs, as opposed to our seeding brackets that we're still utilizing in Pro Spec. I think Long Beach was a little bit of a hiccupy start for fans, for drivers, for all that. Wally is just this amazing piece of technology that's going to progress just like the sport of drifting. Would you agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, completely agree, and it's already progressing. There's been a couple of updates since that we're going to get into, but yeah, let's take a look at Long Beach. I mean, it was a crazy event, to say the least. I mean, we had an absolute blast, and that track just always comes out swinging.
Yeah, it's you know, the fans are wildly educated, obviously, going there for multiple years, almost 20 years. You know, Irwindale, Southern California scene is really hot to trot. Similar to that of Orlando, Seattle, and you know, Atlanta, many different markets. Fredric Aasbo back to his championship style. We know what he's capable of. Seems like the Supra is firing all cylinders in his humble, robotic way. But it was Conor Shanahan in a shakeup between him and Ken Gushi, eventually made it back into competition, and he ends up winning the event overall. Conor Shanahan. I mean, it was tremendous for Conor.
Yeah, it really was, and I mean, he is just a force to be reckoned with this year. He is doing phenomenal things basically all over the world, and it's very easy to forget just how young he is. I mean, he's in his early 20s, and he's driving like he's well into his 50s, and that takes us to the absolutely stunning Road Atlanta, and what an event it was.
It really was, and I don't by any means want to call this gentleman a dark horse, but 2-time FD champion Vaughn Gittin Jr., the boss man, comes back in the building, gets behind his trusty steed, and ends up winning the competition. What a way to come back and make some noise. Ryan Tuerck has officially announced that he is hanging up his helmet after this 2026 Formula Drift season. He's not saying goodbye. He's saying see you later. He's not doing an entire FD season. That's just kind of the way and the stance of looking about it. But looking at Atlanta, what an iconic track. It is near and dear to our heart, but Vaughn Gittin Jr. came out on top.
Yeah, it was an amazing event. I mean, seeing Vaughn come back in that kind of form was crazy, and it came down to him and his Irish teammate, him and James Deane, and James just uncharacteristically coming off the track. I mean, he went full 4x4 mode, kind of just embraced his inner Brocky and came out and went back at it. It was an incredible run, and here we are. This is what the standings look like as we enter round 3 in Orlando.
Couple Irishmen up there on top talking about Conor Shanahan and James Deane. There's something in the water down there in Cork, Ireland. Wataru Bakchis sits there quietly in 3rd. Branden Sorensen, the young man, is definitely making some waves, and Vaughn Gittin Jr., who's doing select rounds of competition, is sitting there quietly in 5th as well. Jack Shanahan, the other older brother, Dylan Hughes, Cole Richards, who almost podiumed on his first pro round ever. I mean, I would venture to say, and I'm going to go on a limb, the best result of any rookie in their first ever pro round of competition.
That's a good way of putting it, yeah, because we've had drivers come out of there from other pro series and become rookies, Jack Shanahan, Conor coming over, but a driver coming out of the Pro Spec series to make this kind of jump has been absolutely incredible as we get to the rest of the ranks. Rudy Hansen up in 17th, not bad there. Ben Hobson 22nd. Adam LZ all the way down in 25th. A couple of crashes, a couple of strange things. Hiroya Manoa only doing select rounds this year, so he's down in 23rd as well. So, yeah, big shakeup this year. I mean, it's definitely a tough script for sure.
Yeah, you say script. People think that we write it, but bringing Hiroya back up. He is doing select rounds. He's competing in WRC in a lower level class, not the full-on WRC, but I think it's Rally 3. So it's a couple below the WRC championship. But Stage Rally in itself, I actually absolutely commend Hiroya for competing in that. And here's how the schedule lays out. We have round 1, 2, and here we are as far as OSW. Regardless of acts or competitions, here we are, round 3 of 8 of the Formula Drift Championship. So thank you so much for joining us here. Again, we begin qualifying here in just a little bit. The weather is always a topic of conversation here at OSW, but again, qualifying today, game day tomorrow. And James Deane, who's sitting in second, we know he has he's the last year defending champ, only ever 4-time, but guess what? Last year he becomes the only 5-time champion because he betters it. He goes back-to-back. Now, if you can recall, when he got his back-to-back-to-back pre-COVID, he was in that Wordhouse S15. That's when he was dominant. Now he's hitting his stride behind the wheel of the trusty Ford Racing Ford Mustang, and here he is. Can he go back-to-back-to-back again? 2 3-peats? That would
be absolutely incredible. I mean, he's got a tough uphill battle. It is a very long season, and we found that this track in particular is pretty nasty when it comes to car injuries, if you will. Often the wrecks here are really, really brutal. Not that the RTR team can't put something back together, but it's a place of a lot of shakeups. We see drivers kind of come out of the woodwork and really make crazy appearances. I mean, Dylan Hughes in 2022, one of the rainiest years we've ever had. I mean, that night was incredible. Conor Shanahan, 2024, him and Branden Sorensen, with arguably one of the craziest battles we've ever seen. But it all begins with qualifying, which is what we're getting into right now. So we're going to start with our bottom-ranked driver. Right now, unfortunately, is Andy Hateley, and then move our way back up to the list, and then we start over again. So we'll start it here with Andy Hateley, and then it will be Conor Shanahan who wraps up that.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of drizzle. That's why Snoop Dogg carries an umbrella for drizzle.
Okay.
Yeah. Say it, don't spray it.
Sorry. Just getting into the mood here.
Jacob got a little excited here.
Very excited.
I didn't know I needed a sneeze guard. That's why I wore my sunglasses. But as far as keys to success, brought to you by K&N, let us elaborate here.
Yeah, so initiate, stay high on the bank. That first bank is going to be worth 20 points when it comes to line, so remember that. Then our inner zones 2 and 3, those are worth 5 points apiece. And then zone 3, which is on the lower side, on the bottom of the bank, on the other side of the track, that is going to be worth 10 when it comes to line. The judges still in play here. They get 20 points to play with when it comes to style. We've also got angle as well. Angle, I'm hearing the high level of angle in practice is around 52 degrees on average, but that's what they're going for. So yeah, key success. Yeah, take advantage. Don't chop the line.
Keep it smooth.
Keep it smooth. That's
keep it smooth and keep it high. And this bears repeating. That outside zone 1 is the largest section. Here's a good visual indicator of Race Data Labs, what we lovingly call Wally. That's the nickname of it. But Race Data Labs is the company. 80% or 80 of the 100 points are given to Wally. The other 20 in style is given to our other 3 judges here. So as we walk through it, you can see the green means excel, the red means decel. You can see the line. Where does the vehicle need to be, Jacob?
Yeah, so I mean, right now we're taking a look at Road Atlanta, but as they're going around the track, the first outer zone, they want them really high on the bank, and it's going to be the bumper dragging on it. That's what they're looking for. So you can see here, line only scored in zones 1 through 4. Angle is the average angle from the mark start. So that is going to be just a little hash mark there just before the beginning of outside zone 1. all the way around. And then style, that covers everything not captured by Race Data Labs. So that is going to be your big commitment, your snappy transitions, your big initiation. You're going to be dock points for things like handbrake or kind of flubs. So, the computer takes part of the very analytical. Judge is still here for style.
All right, so as the stage is set, Formula Drift scorched or a little bit of moist out here as the fire simmers here at Orlando Speed World. I believe we might be doing some sight laps before their runs as the conditions are constantly evolving and changing, but they did get a lot of practice earlier. We're potentially going to push it up, but again, just keep it as it is. Want to make sure that we are live on Racer Network and want to make sure that we are back to our scheduled program. So we are beginning on time and at our Formula Drift Bat channel. So again, we just want to make sure that everybody's up to snuff. Tell your friends we are live across the globe. If you're a betting man or a betting woman, go ahead and take a look at Next Bets 21 plus. Please refer to affiliated operators. So percentage-wise, everybody's saying James Deane is the one to watch. Fredric Aasbo, Cody Buchanan, Shanahan, Ryan Tuerck. We've seen great success here from notably Dylan Hughes. He does really well in the wet. Adam LZ, we know this is basically his home track. He drives here more than any other course, really.
So, yeah.
That and E-Town, I would say. But, Ryan Tuerck, I think a lot of people knowing that this is his swan song of a season, a lot of people are expecting big things from him. But Conor Shanahan, that's an odds-on favorite, obviously. And if you're, as far as fantasy goes, Conor Shanahan, Dylan Hughes, so be sure check out Flip Fantasy, FLYP, Adam LZ, Andy Hateley. I know Diego Higa, he's got a lot of fans here, even from Brazil, joining him here. So I know Brazil blows up the internet, so scan the code and go ahead and get on Flip Fantasy. So pull up your camera, scan the code, and join Flip Fantasy.
There we go. Got Andy Hateley, the Drift Wizard, getting the tires warmed up. So I do believe he is going to be he's going to be getting a sight lap just to make sure that he knows what's going on with it, and then we'll go from there.
All right, all four judges are in the building, but only 3 of them are going to be scrutinizing the runs, and our 3 judges here are Robin Sheeta, Brian Egger, and Reese Marin. Vernon Svanfeld waiting in the wings, just hanging out, and again, just assisting the 3 judges, again, scrutinizing the 20 points. All right, so this is a sight lap here. For every driver will get a sight lap, just checking the conditions and seeing where it's wet, where it's dry. They did have practice earlier, but now, again, with the constantly evolving moisture, rain, puddles, again, dry spots, all of it, it's in the best interest that we give them sight laps.
Yeah, and they really haven't had a chance to drive in this condition in particular. They've either had full dry or full wet. And when we say full wet, it was torrential downpour.
Dumping.
Yeah, there was probably 6-inch deep puddles in parts of the track. There's still a little bit of moisture on track right now, but this patchy kind of setup right now is arguably more difficult than full wet conditions.
Hey, Vaughn Gittin Jr. tuning in. He's on his way to Baja 500. Good luck, Vaughn. Ready to rock. All right, Raptor fun incoming. Here we go. Speaking of Raptor, let's see if this snake can harness and be the snake tamer as Andy Hateley comes in, the Drift Wizard. Good angle from him, keeps it high. You can see him dropping down quite a bit. Again, with those wet conditions, it's about calculation, being precise. Now transitions through the power alley, over the hip, again, there is a bit of a jump and a disruptor of the vehicles. Now finds them in that last outside zone. Again, that first outside zone weighted 20 points. Now we get a 10-point area here, across the finish line. A good, cool, calm, collected Andy Hateley, good precision driving. Like I said, we're not going to see the speeds, obviously, nor the smoke. We're going to see steam off the back of that car.
Yeah, for right now, that's what we're going to get. And as the drivers go around, it will end up drying up just a little bit. If we don't see any more precipitation, hopefully we'll have a dry track for their second set of runs. And as long as we don't see any big condition changes, they won't need any more sight laps after that. So take a look here at our first racer replay, Andy Hateley. So that little hash mark you see just before the first outside zone, that is where the angle score is going to begin. And remember, it's going to be 20 points in line for that first outside zone. As we come through here, that's going to be worth 5, and then 5 once again on this inside zone. And then our last outside zone is going to be worth 10. So you might notice the zones look a little bit different as well. The insides are now 2 feet wide, 8 feet long, and we've done that to kind of give them a bigger box to aim for. It's kind of back and forth with the drivers as well to try and find the best system. But the big thing is you don't want to be too far in on those inside zones. If you're hitting the cone, it could be a wheel off at that point in time. It's a big deduction. They're giving you a lot of room to work with. But you still want to be so far on that inside zone but you're still within the box and on the edge of the paint. That's kind of the perfect on those ones. So.
And you talk about, as far as the inside zones, the front chase tire.
Correct.
Right? The front chase tire is where the big indicator is, and that's where Wally is referencing and getting kind of the parameters.
That is 100% right. So on our first outside zone, it is going to be the bumper is more or less the indicator of how close they are to the wall, because obviously. And then on our fourth outside zone, it is going to be the wheel that indicates where they are in that zone. And that would be the lead wheel there.
We got Cody Buchanan making the jump from Pro Spec to Pro, the reboot Nissan Z. We know what he's capable of, just has not struck gold just yet. So looking forward to see Mr. Buchanan light the wick. And a 61.8 for Andy Hateley. A 61.8 for Andy Hateley. All right, here comes Buchanan. Came in like a cannonball. All right, the reboot Z had his sight lap. Now comes into that outside zone. He gets high and tight into that wall. You can see the reflection of his taillights on the wall. That's a good indicator that he is really high. He hangs it out there quite a bit. Comes down, a lot of correction from those front wheels. You can see him straightening a little bit, going to that first inside zone, now into the second. And here's that last and final outside zone. 4 drops into there. Really nicely done by Cody Buchanan. See that good counter steer, minimal corrections. Again, coming off that bank into that first one, you saw a lot of straightening, a lot of corrections. So we'll see what the judges, are actually better yet, what Wally is going to see, because he's gonna see that and start deducting.
Yeah, it's a solid run here. I mean, Cody was posting up earlier on. He's really struggling with the heat. I mean, coming from the north, I could see how that could be a bit of an issue. And this is only his second time running a banked event as well, so that's pretty huge. So looks like on that first inside zone, he was pretty far off it, so that's going to be a fairly big deduction there. But he does a really good job getting through, getting the car lined up for outside zone 4, coming all the way through. So starting to pour it on. We're seeing a bit more, possibly even smoke coming through there. These conditions are going to change. That's why it's important that we put a sight lap out there for them. He is now going to head back to the pits, and yeah, we'll wait to see what kind of score comes up for him. So right now, 61.8 was Andy Hateley's before that. That is our benchmark for the time being.
All right, Cody making his way back to the pits, and we are seeing next up, taking a look at D-Mats. Derek Madison out there on his course taking his sight lap. There's the Nissan S chassis we know from D-Mats. I think this could suit him fairly well. This could benefit. I came a little unwound there.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's used to driving in the cold, brisk winters of St. Louis. So the snow and the ice driving could help him here a little bit.
Yeah, we find, I mean, depends on where drivers are from. I mean, I think seeing how well Chelsea, as back in the day, and as well as Dylan has done, drivers that come from very cold and rainy areas tend to do well in Orlando.
Right.
Mostly, it's not cold here, but often very rainy.
Slick, wet conditions. So the Irish drivers, as well as Fredric Aasbo, doing a lot of ice drifting.
Norwegian, yep.
So yeah, there's Simen Olsen. So Cody Buchanan, 69.13. So he jumps up there, but you can see leaving a lot of style points out there, and of course, again, it's an 80-20 split. So again, 40, 40, and 20. Cody Buchanan on the start line. Or excuse me, Derek Madison. Thumbs up, and away he goes. D-Mats, Derek Madison, coilover depot. S chassis. Flicks into the outside zone. Gets up there nice and high. Again, the reflection on the wall is a good sign. The brighter the better. Drags it all the way out there, comes down. Off of that inside clip, just evading him a little bit. Tightens up definitely to that second. Now coming out last, outside zone. Precision driving. I'd like to see him a little more fluid. Seems like he's kind of off and on the throttle, kind of blipping it and gripping it.
Yeah, it can be a little bit tough with some of the V8 cars when it comes to being smooth in these wetter conditions, just because, you know, they're going to be on and off throttle quite a lot coming through. Just everybody's trying to find some sort of grip that's in it, and once again, we'll see this develop quite a lot. You can see Derek just getting that bumper, just touching there as well. Judges also made a couple other changes to the track. We'll see here in a second when it comes through outside zone 4. You'll notice that the zone starts a lot later, about 20 feet later. And same thing, this is the continuous development of going back, rewatching old events and realizing where drivers were, you know, had the opportunity to make up some more room. And they decided that with the way that they made some changes to the inner clips, it would make a lot more sense for them to make that happen. Clocking out for the day, it seems. I guess our day is just getting started and theirs is just ending.
Sampling some Rockstar, so if you're here in the building, we got some Rockstar cans in the hand, so come on by and pick up a can of one of the many Rockstar flavors. What are you cranking right there, Jacob?
Sugar-free, sustained
like the classic.
energy. Classic, yeah.
Classic sustained.
I can't sugar crash.
All right, so D-Mat's leaving a lot of, wow, is that, did I see a 0?
On style, I think.
On style, so I don't know if that equates.
Not sure. I'm showing a couple of 7s there, so I might have to take a look into that.
Yeah, it doesn't look correct, but
we'll update you.
That, yeah. We'll update Derek Madison's score as it comes in.
We're on to
all right, Kenshiro Gushi, the Goosh, OG, been around since day one. He'd love to see a great run here. He did take his. Right, we saw him just take a side lap, correct?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Ken Gushi initiating. High on the bank. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Even like he's got 3 tires in that outside zone. Ooh, he is locked and ready to rock. Well done by the Goosh. So on that inside, so you're saying that's kind of exceeding, right? You don't.
Yeah.
That's a little too far on the inside. You want to get that front chase tire over that white rectangle box. Now, I mean, dude, he knows his course. Look at him, right in the crease, right in the crease. If there was dirt off course, I feel like it would have sprayed up maybe a few pebbles, little stones. But again, with it being such slow rate of speed, I think it needs to be really about precision.
Yeah, I agree. It's you got a lot more time to work with as well. It's not, I wouldn't say it's any easier by any means when these cars are not built for wet conditions. They can definitely adapt to it. They can do a great job. You can see Ken doing a great job there in zone 1, 95%. So he did supersede that zone 2 a little bit. That's why he's got that 83. And that's what we're looking at here on the right-hand side of your screen. Those are the zone scores. That is the percentage that they have filled it. So Ken doing a great job there through 1 and 4.
Really well done.
Yeah, and you can see a little bit more smoke, maybe. Definitely steam, maybe smoke.
Throw some dumplings out back. Steam some dumplings, and look at that. I mean, he's got 3 tires.
Yeah.
Really good chase job there by, I believe it's Smash. I didn't see him, but usually he's our pilot.
I thought I saw him at lunch.
Okay.
Yeah, that beard.
Yep. Look at this. Okay, so right
halfway.
Right about the halfway of that rectangle.
Yeah. So it gives the drivers a better visual indication. Everything has become very, very standardized now too, with how far the cone is from the zone. So same thing, it's just a lot of conversations with drivers in meetings and trying to find the best way to make all this happen.
All right, so 59.66 line, you can see lacking there quite a bit, but angle, a good, yeah, so again, 34 in angle, so a lot of points as far as the line goes. So again, 20 on that first outside zone. All right. Jhonnattan Castro, again, just, you know, love to see him. You know, big story with him last year, the Dominican Republic, Dominican's finest. Jhonnattan Castro crawling his way. This could favor him right now. He's tapping those brakes. Again, want to see that fluidity. That's going to fare him well in style, but place that car properly. There it is. That was a really good placement of the vehicle on the inside. You can see him working a little bit, making those corrections and adapting to the course. Again, that wet condition almost throwing him off, but Jhonnattan Castro powers through.
Yeah, it looks like it's drying up pretty quick too, knock on wood.
Yeah.
The spot where we're seeing smoke and or steam is starting to increase and go further and further through the zone.
Pretty low there.
But yeah, that part's going to really, really hurt him. We'll see that zone score pop up here in a second. He comes out of it completely at one point. So yeah, the 49% I think reflects that pretty well. So we come through zone 2 and zone 3. So same thing, you want to be close to that cone, but still in that box is what we're looking for through those. Zone 1 worth about 20 points. We're worth 20 points. Zone 2 and 3, 5 points apiece. Zone 4, 10. So very, very heavily weighted. I mean, half of your points are coming from your first outside zone. So, and it's the highest risk part of the track as well. So that's where the drivers have to focus. You can feel it out too. You're going to be dragging bumper along there. Hopefully, if all goes well, you know you're going to, as a driver, you're going to know that. Something I was thinking a lot about is the drivers who are in traditional left-hand side of the car. They're going to be right up against the wall. They're going to know right-hand drive cars, which we've only got a couple. I mean, Jack and James, and I believe Wataru as well. They're going to struggle a little bit. Oh, Conor, I guess. Yes, we got 4. So they're going to struggle a little bit more. Yeah.
Just further away from the wall as far as the,
but then you get to zone
whiskers.
4. Yeah, the drift whiskers.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody's done curb feelers. You know what I mean? Little wires that come out. So you know
I have not seen them.
Okay.
But
there's still time.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
54. So quite down there. A lot better line and angle score. Style again, 8 out of 20. You know, and you got to consider that, you know, the scores don't sound all that sensational, 54, but it's scaled, right?
Yeah.
So it's on a sliding scale. So, you know, basically, if everybody gets a 90, think 90 is the bar. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the highest point.
Wally system's been tough too.
Yeah. All right, but everybody's utilizing the same system. Everybody's driving the same track as Nathaniel Chen, Nate Chen, high on the bank. Good angle from him. Backs that thing up in that inside zone into the power alley. Like I said, seems to be drying out. That was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Just exceeding it just barely. Finds the crease in that last outside zone 4, and just barely exceeded it for a little bit. So some good aggressive driving from Nate Chen.
Yeah,
right out the gate on his first run. Bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, he did not get a ton of practice today, but obviously he's put down enough. So gets into the zone just a touch late. They want them kind of, as soon as that zone starts, they already want you to be on the wall. That's what that line before it is that's where the kind of the Wally system turns on, if you will. But 90% through there. Zone 2, that's that exceeding part that we're running into. But yeah, zone 3, 95 in there. I mean, his line score is going to be quite good. We'll see how things go with angle. I'm seeing it kind of bounce back and forth. That's what that is on the bottom right. You can see how that is positioned. So that red section there is kind of showing you how that angle is being calculated. But I think this is going to be the score he's going to be pretty happy with. We'll see how they feel about style. It's a very calculated run. Style, they would want to see like a big snap around or something like that, but it's tough to do in the rain.
How do you balance that out, man?
Yeah, it's tough. It's really, really tough here in the rain. The other part is they've already laid down a ton of rubber, so that makes it even slicker, but it is drying up quite quick. I'm seeing Tommy Lemaire's going around for his sight lap right now, and the speed's picking up as well. So it's going to be interesting. It'll be a fun night.
Yeah, constantly adapting. And Nate Chen jumps up with a 74.5, so it can be done. Look at that. So well done, 74.6. Nate Chen, our #1 qualifier. All right.
Oh, there we go.
So we're rubbing it together, creating that friction and sending them down the line. The XPN. See that Mantis angle kit, the FDF. Josiah Fillets, what up, dog? All right, throws it in. Ooh, comes out of shape a little bit there. So it goes off screen. Massive angle, but as far as placement, definitely needs to be a little bit higher. Massive angle there coming off the bank into the inside clip. Good placement, decent placement, I should say. So, like you said, the speed, the smoke, it's coming up. As you can see, Tommy Lemaire, TLO, crossing the line. What do you think?
Yeah, good. I mean, first outside zone, he definitely struggled with. But it is only this, first qualifying run. So you can see it does take him a minute. He's trying to use some left foot brake to get that car to come back around. He's really trying to get that car to come towards the wall. It's not easy to get the car to come back up there. There's a few things you can do, but it's tough, especially once again in patchy conditions. So a lot more time to get out to outside zone 4, and we're seeing him use that. Now he's back on that left foot brake. You can see that light on the back of his car letting you know that's what he's doing. So literally putting his left foot on the brake. It's very, very direct. But that means they can have their right foot on the throttle the whole way around. And then by putting their left foot on the brake, the car will pivot around it a little bit. It also allows them to kind of place it a little bit more. So drivers are working quite a lot in patchy conditions when it comes to the pedals. It's kind of a full workout at that point. It's like watching a drummer do a solo.
Yeah.
There we go. Happy to see some more smoke in the air, though.
Yeah, that's the sign of a good time. 63.7 for Tommy Lemaire. All right, as we are through our first block of drivers, 2 non-consecutive runs here in our K&N qualifying. K&N, the official air filter of Formula Drift. And here's a look at our leaderboard. Sorry, I was incorrect. Ken Gushi. So again, that was a little off there. Ken Gushi with a 74.86. Nate Chen sits in second. And when we come back, the qualifying continues here at Orlando Speed World. Don't go anywhere. Round 3 of the FD Championship.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts.
Welcome back as we are seeing Conor O'Sullivan. Is this a sight lap or is this, I think this is go time, right? For the, okay, it is sight lap.
Yeah.
It is sight lap.
Don't tell him that because it doesn't look like one.
Right,
Yeah.
He's pushing a little hard there, but that's a good thing.
Yes, this is
I mean, tires aren't an issue.
No.
Not gonna burn him down.
No, he's good. He's good. I mean, he's good on that end. But yes, this is going to look a lot like his old car, but this is actually a brand new build making its debut today.
Sick.
Yeah, I don't want to announce his curse, but 950 horsepower. He's up in a little bit. He was one of the most underpowered cars for a very long time. But yeah, doing a lot of changes. Same thing. Looks like the exact same car. That's on purpose. But very, very new. Changed some placement of things, making it easier to work on. Like,
cool.
Yeah, just fun. But he's been working on it in the background for a long time, and I think they wanted to try and get it out for Long Beach, but decided, you know what, let's make it perfect before we bring it out.
She's looking good.
It's really good.
Yeah, the wrap, you could tell. Looks fresh.
Crisp.
Looks nice and crisp.
Yeah.
Snap into it, baby. Here we go, Conor O'Sullivan. So into that first outside zone. Very confident with this car. Like you said, with it being a new build, why not? Trust fall, baby, go for it. Into that first inside zone and second through that power alley, through that last outside zone. Really good. I mean, look at consistent throttle. You can hear the exhaust note. Staying on it, consistent all the way through. Some previous drivers, again, you heard kind of the on-off the throttle. That's going to equate to style, but decent placement that will be reflected in a score.
Yeah, really, really solid run here. So we'll take a look at this drone view. really aggressive on that initiation. Tons of angle coming up. Now he's got to try and hold on to it as that car really trying to get that back end up towards the wall. Coming off the bank, it is a tough spot through there. That bounce is pretty hectic. That car really wants to bite and shoot forward, so about halfway through on zone 3. And as we come out to zone 4 now, he starts to sink it in, so ends up getting a 76 through that part of it, but not too bad there. Conor O'Sullivan, especially on a new car. You get a bit of time to practice with it, but they're always going to have a few little kinks that you got to work through. And I think Conor's doing a great job of making it look easy so far.
All right, Conor waits for his score, and I got to think that was a good way to officially debut the vehicle, you know, with coming to practice and then going into qualifying. That was a pretty decent run there.
Breaking a new car.
Yep.
Breaking a new car without breaking it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, announcer's curse is a real thing. You're like,
yeah, I know. I'm very cognizant of it now.
Right. 70.96. All right, you can see the sun is setting. Lingers for a while there, but lights up the sky. It's just we've seen all the weather today, man. It was hot even earlier.
We show up at noon, so it's kind of like your introduction to the track is the hottest time.
Yeah, Federico Sceriffo in his Pennzoil BMW. You can see some quick little corrections, feeding of the wheel into that outside zone. Very tight, yes, sir. Green and yellow right mixing up. Well done by Federico Sceriffo. Fetty in that second inside clip. Want to see it overhead? There it is. Boom, right in the middle of the rectangle. Feeds it right into that last outside zone, standing on the throttle, powering all the way through. Yep. I mean, he was definitely tapping that rev limiter, but I like the fluidity.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see him kind of come into his own in this vehicle as well. He seems to be liking it. He's driving really well in it. I mean, it's tough not to see Fiorella out here. I mean, I wish he'd just kind of drag it along with him, just so that we had it with him. We can always take a look at it. But for right now, it's tough to argue with this BMW. It's quick, it's snappy. I think it suits his driving style a lot more. The Ferrari's just kind of, I guess, a little more lazy. Just doesn't want to come around, doesn't want to transition.
Big car.
Yeah, it's a lot of car. This thing's pretty small. I didn't really realize how tiny this BMW is until I was right up next to it. Like, this thing is, I mean, it's verging on compact.
Right. Yeah, that little, so 1 Series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is like to scale, right? It's like a 2 or a 3 and then just shrunk it down.
Yeah. But it's nimble. Once again, it suits how he likes to drive. And I think for years he was just fighting that Ferrari to get it to do something. It's cool. I mean, it's brought him a lot of places and done a lot for his program, but now it's time to put down the performance, and it seems to be working for him.
Have you talked to him about when maybe Fiorella, the Ferrari's going to come back?
Yeah, I've talked to him I haven't talked to him this round about it, but every other round we've chatted about it, and he's kind of like, we'll see.
Yeah.
So I know he's waiting on a lot of parts for a while, but I think right now maybe he's just, letting them still wait.
Being content, yeah. Being content with his car, and it seems to be working out. The marriage of him and that vehicle works out all right, and there it is, 70.10. So line almost, 30 out of 40. So good line score there. As Daniel Stuke, Wine Country Motorsports, see that Kenda tires, S chassis. Let's see what we got here from Stuke. Little feint entry into that outside zone. See the numbers there, giving you the degree of angle. 30, 50, 57, blasts his back bumper off. Now coming in that power alley section. Looks like he's wagging his tail all the way to outside zone 4. Comes up very shallow. He's gonna have to massage that thing back there quite a bit. Finally finds himself in the outside zone, but just transitioned out of that second inside zone, did not set himself up for success, and then just had to work it slowly back there, not just be so violent and yank on the handbrake.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a play of how you want to make the correction, what you want to sacrifice to get back out of the zone. So outside zone 1 looks good. He can still kind of patchy. You can tell as he's kind of fighting it back and forth, but it's really, really close to being completely dry. And then zone 3, as he comes around, yeah, he just is not able to get the car all the way out wide. Tries to find the groove, gets into it, but it's pretty late in the zone. And yeah, 28%, that score reflects that. So see again, see if you might be able to tell a little bit more about that patchiness. So he is trying to feed it a little bit with the steering wheel. We can see those white gloves. Whoa, smash, almost lived up to his name there. He's definitely working that wheel a lot. He's working the left foot brake. It's so tough in patchy conditions. So I think a couple more runs, definitely by their second one, if nothing else changes, it's going to be nice and dry. And drivers think are going to be a little bit more at home, but yeah, just a bit more work to do.
See all the pit crew and all the different pit areas back there. Just off the back side of the track. Stuke, tail between his legs, heads back to the pits. Right now, Charpentier taking his sight lap. Yeah, the Garagistic BMW E36.
And Rome got into the wall pretty heavy earlier on in practice. It doesn't seem like there was a ton of mechanical damage done, but anytime you get into the wall here, it's it's going to be a couple hours of work.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be some work. So usually control arms and all that fun stuff, but the body didn't seem too bad.
All right, Rome Charpentier making his way back to the line. RCP. Signature BMW. He's had a lot of success out of Hot Pit Auto Fest, Southern California and Southwest sanctioning body. See, we got the Cocoa Love on the hood.
Have you tried one?
I have not.
They're really good. They're really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Drank a couple in Atlanta.
Give it a whirl.
Yeah. I always like to sample the products from the different drivers.
Right.
Why not, right?
Yep. Beechum. All right, so RCP will be leaving the start line and see what kind of run he could do here as we are seeing bettering conditions with every moment. I'm seeing looks like a bit of a dry patch in that power alley.
Should be getting a score up here for Stuke here in a second, but
RCP waiting, judging, watching. Look at the baby, look at the baby. We'll get, all right, we'll get the scores sorted out here in just a moment from Stuke.
Should be able to send Rome here in a second. Just waiting on Mr. Matt Sopa there to get the word from race control. I think Rome just wanted to
just scrub him real quick. Stuke with a 60.23, 60.23. All right. All right, RCP roaming up his tires.
Roaming up his tires.
He's roaming them up.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Wind it up. I know Reese loves that one. Right. All right, here we go. Oh, talking about winding it up. RCP. Yes, sir. Rome Charpentier high on the bank. Yes. Man, the Type S nightlights are on and he is lit. Well done. Changing gears and changing colors now into that last outside zone. The most aggressive we've seen, the most smoke we've seen. So come on, baby, dry out. Let's see some runs. Yes, sir.
Throwing a ton.
All right, there we go.
Now we're awake. We're back.
Oh.
Yeah, solid run there for Rome. Hopefully the score is going to reflect that. I mean, lots of speed coming into the initiation. Good feint there. Has to get on the brake immediately to keep that back end up towards the wall. Now he's doing a good job. I mean, not even massaging, just really holding it in there. Coming through zone 2. Looking pretty good. Kind of wide through zone 3, and you can see that 2% fill. There he is through 4. Very
That's
stable.
great, dude.
See him probably pour on a bit of angle there at the end. We talked a little bit about this with some of the drivers and judges as well. Because the angle is an average over the period of an entire run, you can throw in a ton of angle at the very end, but it works out to be like 0.1 of a point. But that being said, 0.1 of a point could be the difference between going against a James Deane or going against somebody else. Or I mean, it could completely change your bracket. So I get it. These drivers are all looking for a 0.1. So see if that extra little bit is the difference maker for him.
And he jumps up to 71.3 of a score, puts him into third position. So RCP cranking it like RoboCop. Well done there.
Loving it.
Yeah, man and machine working together in unison, burning rubber. As Adam LZ purging, throwing some vapors out there, some nitrous purge, and the Drift HQ BMW. All right, this E36, he's down there quite a bit with such a successful season in 2025. I'm sure he wants definitely to get up there, get on the box, get on the podium. And here we go, the Drift HQ BMW, Adam LZ, high on the bank. Again, he knows his track. He's driven all different kinds of conditions now since he lives here in Florida. His own compound now coming through very tight on the inside zone 1 and 2. Good placement. Once again, let's see if he can find that crease, lick the stamp and send it. Yeah, he's right on that line.
Yeah.
On the, again, hard to see that first portion of it, just given the kind of lower line angle, but once we got a little adjusted overhead, you saw he was right there. So we'll see what Wally thinks of it overall. Again, Race Data Labs, 80% of the score, 80 points, and then the rest is by our human judges.
He does a really good job of getting into outside zone 1, super early, gets the car committed, holds it there, looks very, very comfortable. Comes down just a touch, but 88% through that. Zone 2 looks great, 92, super high score through there. Zone 3, yeah, not too bad, but it does look like he comes out of the zone just a bit through 4. So we'll see how that docks points, 78. So fairly solid run there from Adam LZ. Couple of spots where they want to clean things up, but really love how aggressive he is at initiation, gets right out to angle. I think the style points are going to make up for a few of the mistakes a little bit later on the run. But yeah, really good run there from Adam. And I know he'll be thinking a little bit about that outside zone 4 and trying to make sure that car doesn't shoot out the same way it did on that one. But outside of that, I mean, I'm very impressed with how aggressive he was coming out of the gate.
And there it is, a new leader, 75.10. So really judging, look at the 32 and 31. So 40 in either of those categories, line and angle, 40 points each, and 20 in style, so 11 out of 20. So again, a new leader, 75.10. Ben Hobson, the Pennzoil Mustang RTR Spec 5FD. I know Vaughn, you're watching. About to have some Raptor fun down there at the Baja 500. Get home safely, race fast, race hard, but get home safe. To all the Baja 500 competitors.
Yeah, crazy race.
Bryce Menzies, Andy McMillan. Shout out to so many different drivers down there. Cameron Steele. All right, here we go. Ben Hobson. Let's go into that first outside zone. Comes out a little bit there, very aggressive on the throttle. You like to see that, slams down from that bank. Now through that power alley. Good fluid transition. You get to see minimal, if any at all, correction. Looked like he's getting on the bank a little bit, but a lot more smoke. So the cars are definitely gripping up. That is a great thing for the fans and, of course, for the drivers. They don't need to drive so timidly. You know, like it's crazy. You want to be kind of full out. When you back off, that's when those simple little mistakes get made. Yeah,
I agree. The more work you're doing, the more movements, the more likely you are to make a mistake. So Ben gets out to angle pretty quick. And up onto that wall. I mean, catches a little bit of understeer here and there, and that's going to cause him to lose some of that angle. But 73 to the first zone. Inside zone 2. That is 85, 81. So he's catching those inners quite well. And then through zone 4, it gets into it really well. But I think he's got to be right on the line all the way through 4. There it is, 92%. That is going to be a score Ben is very happy with. There we go. I think just a little bit on that first part. I mean, these cars having a fairly decent overhang is going to help them a bit through that first outside zone. It is the bumper they're being judged on through the first outside zone. Once again, that zone is worth 20 points. Our insides are worth 5, and zone 4 is worth 10. Yeah. So if anybody wants to write that down.
25, 5, 10.
Yeah, 25, 5, 10. If you want to write that down, just so that way you can reference it later. It's all good.
So again, outside zone 1, the big boy,
Big
20
one.
points. Insides through the power alley, 5 each, and then 10 on that lower and final outside zone.
And that makes 40 for anybody following along.
Thank you.
Yeah, God, just, hey, want to be super clear.
I appreciate it. And a lot of other people, wait, to carry the 1.
Yeah, that's tough. I get it.
K&N qualifying. There it is. Ben Hobson jumps up to our number 1 qualifier, 76.20. And those Mustangs, I got to add, they like going full out. They need to be driven fully unbridled.
Yeah, I've chatted with a lot of people. Well, basically everyone who's driven one.
Right.
They've all said when you come off throttle, they do some weird stuff. So, yeah, it's all about putting your foot down.
All right, Jeff Jones, Big Drift Energy, Kumo Tire, and RG. Let's see what Jeff Jones got for us. All right, give him a thumbs up. Go on, get out. Get. I said get. There goes Jeff Jones, Double J. MCO. Jeff Jones in the outside zone. That thing looks slammed. Why does it look so slammed this event? I don't know. See this thing ripping down off the bank. Inside clip. He seems possessed right now. Jeff Jones absolutely annihilating. Into that outside zone, exceeded just a little bit, but brings it back in, reels it back in. Jeff, jeez.
Thing's dumped
Doesn't
out.
it look slammed?
No.
Did he go to airbags?
Well, I'm wondering if he took the style points very literally.
Right. You almost slammed this thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna press those judges. Yo, what up, girl? Check this thing out.
Jeff traditionally has done well on bank tracks, and it's just a continuation of that. He's driven quite a lot of them over the years. I mean, especially being out in California, and the tracks out there, 89 for that first one. Second zone, 99. Jeff almost getting perfect on zone 2. Zone 3, 92. This line score looking pretty good for Mr. Jones. Getting very close, flirting with the edge there. Through zone 4, I can see a few spots. There it is, 90. Jeff Jones with, I'm quick math, best line score we've seen so far. So holy cow, man, 36.3 on that. So we'll see how the judges feel when the style starts to roll in, but not too bad from Jeff Jones. Solid lead run.
Mr. Jones counting crows and counting points, dude.
Yeah.
Huh? Is he counting crows?
I think so. Fun fact.
Mr. Jones, let me.
I think that was the first band I ever saw live, too. They opened for The Who.
Nice.
Yeah.
82.9, yes, sir. Jeff Jones jumps up. Look at that, 36, 35, and 11. Jeff Jones, number 1 qualifier.
Right, we're getting very close to that 90 score, so...
Counting crows open for The Who?
I believe so, yeah.
Who?
Exactly.
Things are just heating up here. We are finally seeing some smoke. Hopefully it holds out. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, the continuation of round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Don't go anywhere.
Tough, dirty hands aren't always washed at the shop or in the garage. Fast Orange heavy-duty foaming cleans the toughest dirt and grime. It's perfect for any sink, even the one in your kitchen or bathroom. Fast Orange heavy-duty foaming hand cleaner with enhanced cleaning power and a citrus scent.
それは国境を越えて時代やメーカーを超えて趣味嗜好すらも超えて車を愛する人たちをつなぐものつなぐ感情レイズ
Welcome back here. Our fans enduring a lot of rain earlier. Man, I saw some hardcore fans just sitting it like a 90s movie, just bathing in the rain.
That's how you know they were born here.
What?
That's how you know they were born in Florida. If you're just,
just marinating in it, like your sweet meat that you made for the whole FD staff yesterday.
Yeah, it was a good time. I know you had a late flight. It's okay. I have some.
I actually was here. I just didn't want to come.
Wow.
Kidding. I'm kidding. All right, this is a sight lap from Ryan Litteral. No, I didn't arrive till 3 a.m. to my hotel, to our hotel.
No, you're good, dude.
Yeah.
I got some vac packed. I can bring it tomorrow.
You got what?
Vacuum packed.
Oh, backpack.
Vac packed.
Yeah. Backpack. It's fun to say. Backpack. Dora the Meat Explorer. Yeah.
All right.
Backpack.
That's a
backpack.
very different TV show.
Yeah. It's one of Hert's favorites.
Jeff Jones.
Jeff Jones leads the pack on the 82.93. Ben Hobson in second. Adam LZ third. Ken Gushi. Nate Chen rounding out that top 5. Congrats to Jeff Jones. Double J. Mr. Jones counting crows, counting toes. Here we go. Ryan Litteral. Let's see what the 909 Colton, California driver's got for us. NRG. See if he's got the energy for NRG. RB Army firing. Boom. Slap at a base, big time. Firing off. It came a little unwound, drops him down. I think the course is drying out.
I think so, yeah.
Just coming down to that first inside zone. The second you see him make a correction there. Looked like he was going to be on the wrong side of it. He worked it out and just dialed it in, and there. That's great placement. Really good placement on that last outside zone.
Yeah.
Want to take a look at initiation. Like I said, it seemed like he made a correction. It dropped him down a little bit. He did stay in it, but definitely could have been higher.
Yeah, I agree with that. See how that initiation looks? You catch a little flash of the brakes making contact, but yeah, takes him about halfway around the bank before he's able to really get it into the zone. Once he's there, he's looking pretty good. Comes off the bank, lots of throttle through there. And he's kind of full throttle almost all the way through this track. And then coming into 4, now he gets that car stationed in, looking really good. A couple little touches of the left foot brake just to get it sorted. And there we go. The score's looking,
Wow. Okay.
super,
Yeah, so zone 1, obviously Wally don't lie, nor do Shakira's hips.
No.
Yeah.
So I did clarify, so to get a perfect angle score right now, you need to have 55 degrees of angle on average. The highest that they saw in practice was 52. So the goal was to have it just a little bit above that to make that perfect. You have to really go above and beyond, right?
Which does equate to that 80-something, and again, that 8, yeah, okay, 8 plus.
Yeah, think about it that way. Yeah, like drivers are getting A's, we want to get an A+. 69, nice.
Nice. There we go, Ryan Litteral with a 69. K&N qualifying continues. Trenton Beechum out here burning rubber by himself, and we'll see. Again, a little slick here for Trenton Beechum.
Should be lining.
Yeah, the track previously was definitely lubed up, but now it's dried out quite a bit. So I'm excited to see Trenton Beechum get some drier conditions.
Yeah, I definitely think he likes it drier. I mean,
yeah, dryer's a more ideal situation here for Trenton Beechum. Initiates, gets a little loose, but then tightens it back up. Definitely grabs it nice and firm there, past that second and third into that last outside zone. Rock solid. Crossing that finish line. Well done by Beechum.
Yeah.
FL Pro, Clone X, Penthouse, BMW. Well done.
Yeah, solid run from him. So see how it looks when we get back onto this replay as there's Sofa shutting him down. Next car comes out on track, first outside zone. Not looking too bad, probably about halfway up the wall, but then finally gets it nice and deep, sinks it right in there through that first part. 79% through that section as it comes through our insides. Great job on the 93. Zone 3, halfway through that part of the zone. And zone 4, really nice and settled. It's a great arc coming through there. And an 89, solid job through zone 4. It's a really smooth arc coming through that section. So, yeah, Trenton doing a doing a really, really good job through this part of the track. 48 degrees on average when it comes to angle. Once again, that starts just before, about 10 feet before the first outside zone. And that angle score average runs all the way through until you see a little hash mark right there. That is it. That is the finish line, and that is where scoring ends.
77.53 for Trenton Beechum, puts him into that number 2 position.
There we go for Mr. Beechum.
All right.
Yeah. Next up, we got Rudy Hansen be coming up. He's just doing once again a quick little test hit, but I think we're gonna get pretty close here to not needing them. I don't know when we'll call that quits, but I think we're very, very close to having a full dry track at this point in time. They may want to do test hits all the way through the first qualifying run to keep it even, but they may also just go at some point and say, hey, it's a full dry track at this point, just drive it like you know. So there's Rudy at the line. And
all right. What do we got here? Rudy Hansen, Team Hansen. Let's see what Rudy's got for us. And Hansen initiates into that wall, drops down a little bit. He's a karma chameleon into that wall, man. Looks like he blends right in, but he is absolutely flying into that power alley. Good controlled chaos there into that last outside zone. Ooh, looks like, again, potentially maybe exceeding a little bit. A lot of those guys coming in hot at that last outside zone. We'll see if he can refine it and find it.
It is really tough to get the car to just sit in that spot all the way around. I mean, they make it seem really, really easy to just put the car there. I mean, you can feel a little bit of where that track edge meets, but you really don't know that you've superseded it until the car starts rising up a bit in the rear. So it is pretty tough to have that car sit in that spot, but yeah, Rudy Hansen, 55% that first zone, so he's kind of running a midline all the way through this, and then entering in with less angle into outside zone 4. That's really where that issue comes up, because then it shoots him up even past it. So yeah, it's a tough go for him, but 73, I think that's salvageable for him. And yeah, that's we're just gonna wait now for the judges to put in their style score, and then we'll know how this is all playing out for him.
All right.
Got the bass rocking here.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
Yeah, bro.
Someone brought the 12-inch subs.
Sick track, dog. And then qualifying continues. And looks like we got a 63.3 for Rudy Hansen. 63.30 for Mr. Hansen. All right. Who do we have next? Who's coming up? We got that of Dan Burkett, Rad Dan Burkett.
Nice short commute for him, couple hours.
Yeah.
Across the state.
Yep. Originally from Pacific Northwest and Southern California for numerous years, and now him and his whole operation moved out here to flow ride.
He has embraced the Florida man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one with it. It's good. Looks good on him.
Yeah, great.
All right. Rad Dan Burkett at Mark IV Supra. Woo. Looking good, baby. That 2J firing off. Ooh, but he is gripping up and loosening it up and shuts her down. Shutting her down, that is not what you want.
No, that was interesting. It seemed very, very gripped up coming through there. I mean, his sight lap looked fine, and he's still driving, so tough to say what might have happened there, but that is going to be a 0 and incomplete, nil, not
I'm gonna be the bearer of good news.
Okay.
There's only 32 drivers in qualifying. So as long as you put a score on the board, you are in tomorrow's main event, because Hiroya Manoa and Von Gittin Jr. are not here competing. So that equates to 32 drivers in qualifying and in competition. So again, Jeff Jones leads the pack. The lone 80 score. Jeff Jones, 82.93 for Jeff Jones. Well done. Trenton Beechum just behind him, Ben Hobson, Adam LZ, and Ken Gushi Again, as the conditions change, the vehicles, all that. So ideally, I'd like to see just not a sight lap soon.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're going to continue or not.
I think we're getting close to that point, but ultimately it's up to race control,
Right.
and I mean, they'll end up. I think they'll end up pulling the plug on that pretty soon. But it's tough too, because like, when do you do it? What driver do you pull the plug on when it comes to the sight lap, or do you let everybody do, their first one with a sight lap? That's what's defined fair in this scenario.
Right.
But Wataru Masuyama, happy to see him back. Jared and I big fans of the Evangelion livery.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And here we go. And Wataru Masuyama initiates aggressively into that wall. Big angle from him. You can see 36,
Whoa.
30. Ooh, what happened there? All right, comes down, slams into that first inside zone. Now second, good transition from him, very tidy. And another car shutting it down. So Masuyama. Oh, that was sight lap? Oh, see, thank you.
Thank you.
I thoroughly appreciate that. That was a sight lap.
See, Michael from Race Data Labs comes in valuable. Not just for the Wally system, but just
not just a robot.
Not just a robot. He did catch the
even though I need subtitles, I can't fully understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
All right, so that was again, that was sight lap. Here goes Masuyama on his actual qualifying run. Listen to him on the rev limiter. I'd like to see him just kind of go for it a little bit more there. That's going to equate to style. Maybe a little hesitant on the conditions, but again, putting the car in the right place. Seems like it's working out. Good placement there. That last outside zone. Like you're just like grabbing the gear, Gary.
I mean, some drivers will set their car up so that they kind of use that rev limiter to find a bit of grip. It seems a little counterintuitive that they can set kind of that perfect wheel speed right at the rev limiter. I mean, it's just a setup choice, but
Technique.
yeah, he is banging off the rev limiter. Not a ton of angle coming through there. You can tell with that indicator in the bottom right-hand corner. And then a pretty straight line approach through off of 1 into 2. So that's going to hurt the angle score, but it'll definitely hurt the style score. And there's Masuyama, much more comfortable through 4. One quick left foot brake check there, but yeah, 42 degree. That's not going to be super great for him when it comes to that side. And there's the quintessential Jerry Yang racing tire fire. What's a Jerry Yang lap?
Without a tire fire?
Yeah. Jerry Yang racing.
Hiroya.
Yeah.
I mean,
Conor.
Yeah. All right, so Masuyama 72.93. So judges don't seem to mind that rev limiter banging.
Yeah, I mean, two of our style scores came in at 8, so I think somebody minds a little bit. But yeah.
Just for me, it's like, it's almost, I don't even want to say it, but it's not like cheating or anything like that. It's just a style thing for me. Like
For the rev limiter?
Yeah, the rev limiter.
Yeah, but I mean, if you go back to like
we didn't
James,
like it.
well, James and Piotr, I mean, they very almost famously set their cars up to do that.
Yeah.
And it worked really well with them. I remember Irwindale just like hearing that car all the way around the bank. But the hard part is really tough on the engine. It's really tough on the turbo. Like it's just rough on the vehicles. But yeah,
Not a fan of it.
that's fair. You want a little more modulation?
Yeah, not modulation, but just like having that control and that throttle control and the reservation. Just, I don't know, just having that there, because it sounds going like bang, 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 but yeah, I like the better throttle modulation, staying consistent, not banging on the rev limiter. All right, here we go. So Matt Field initiating that Boiler Performance Corvette, initiates into the bank. Nice job by Matt, tapping those brakes a little bit, working. You can see again, talking about that left foot brake, but look at that cloud of smoke coming off the back of that Corvette. Well done. Might be a little rainy, but you can still feel the heat wave in that last outside zone. Nice job by Matt. And into that last section that came a little unwound. Almost, that got a little scary.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, definitely the car got disrupted the last third of that last outside zone.
Yeah, it's tough. His livery is so flashy. I kept catching it like almost like there was a flame for a second, which obviously you hope not. First outside zone. I mean, he's doing a great job of keeping the proximity to the rear bumper. It kind of comes out of it a couple of times there. We'll see some zone scores come through here. First and second, definitely a little bit of room for improvement. And then as he came through 4, he adds that angle on just as he's coming into the zone. I think it pushed him just a little bit wide, but right at the end there, that's going to hurt him. 86. I don't know what happened. It feels like the car kind of shut down again. So 43-degree average angle. Once again, a 55 would be absolutely perfect. But it looks, I mean, it looks like a really good run.
Yeah.
But I'm more concerned as to what all happened at the end. Hood is already off. Boys are scrambling.
Boy.
That is concerning. We know he had a couple of issues with belts in Atlanta. We'll see what it means for his next run.
73.3 for Matt Field. 73.3. Yeah. What's firing? What is going on? All right, here we go. So again, a sight lap here for our next driver.
That's Diego Higa. That's coming out. Really stepped into his own. I mean, what a fantastic season he's had so far. I mean, just looking at the rankings right now, he's sandwiched between Matt Field and Simen Olsen. So, yeah, really not bad.
Just, I think that year off in 25 definitely fared him well. Driving prowess, car setup, just all the different facets and factors of one's drift program, and it seems like it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of drivers have done that, taken a year or two off and come back, and it's done well. Dan did it, looked great when he came back. Vaughn's kind of half doing it every year, and he looks fantastic. So,
No, he's like, dude, I might come back.
Yeah, man. I'm supposed to record with him soon. That's the first question. All right, what do we need to do to get you back?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Diego Higa from Brazil. Where are my Brazilian fans at? I know you're all out there. Blowing up the feed here with Diego Higa. Overcooks it just a little bit. He threw a little more sauce at it. Didn't need to do it. And now into that last outside zone. Can't even see the back half of that car. Holy cow. Higa brings it across the finish line. A little too aggressive where he didn't need to be.
Yeah, it's a little strange. We'll see. I mean, this is just a theory at this point, but a lot of drivers are really cooking these tires on their sight laps, and obviously they're going to warm them up, they're going to burn them out, but I'm having a feeling that maybe the tires are still really hot after their sight lap, and then they're coming out and they're just not able to really put it down. So zone 3, 35%, that's going to hurt him, and he supersedes just a little bit through outside zone 4. That comes up to the 88. So it seems like just on the edge of that paint is fine. And here is a great view. This is exactly what the Wally system is seeing. As you can see, that wall 3D modeled through there. The red coming off the back of the car, that is their decel. The green means they're accelerating.
Yep.
You can see how they're changing things out. Anywhere you see the red zones painted, that is where they will start to lose some points. They lose, 1 or 2 as they come through. But that is what the Wally is seeing, and that is what is getting projected up to here to us. And Simen Olsen making it out there. They replaced a gearbox in the last hour or so.
And 67.63 for Diego Higa. So still respectful in the 14th position, but definitely leaving some points on the board. Like I said, just throwing a little too much at it when he didn't need to. All right, Simen Olsen, we know what he's capable of.
Yeah.
How's he been looking?
He's looked good. He's been tugged off the track, I think, twice now, and that's not fantastic. Like I said, they did replace a full gearbox. I think this is them literally testing that gearbox out right now. He did text me and said, I don't know if I'm even going to make it out to the first one. It's in the car. He's like, but, we kind of want to see if it works. So he may have driven it out in the parking lot and come back.
But again, upside is just get a score on the board. He's on the show. So this, get a score, lock it in, and then throw some more at it. There goes Simen Olsen again. Beautiful Mark V Super. I love this livery. I think the livery's sick. All right, past that inside zone and into the second. Good fluidity. Like it, just how smooth he is. And if he has an issue, it is not showing up right now.
There you go. There it is. First 360 of the night. Thank you. Yeah, there's lots of times too where you don't know what's happening with the car, and you just go out and you just push it as hard as you can because you're like, well, let's just see. I don't know what's going to happen with it, and I feel like that's one of these this is one of those runs where you just come out and go, hey, I don't even know if this gearbox is going to hold. We've never really tested it. And so far, so good. 74th that first part. Second, 95. Really doing a great job through that second zone. It gets the car lined up. They have so much time now for outside zone 4, more than they've ever had. And I like the way that it's setting things up, adding a ton of angle through there. So see how that score lines up. Could have been a little bit better in line, but for a driver that just got his transmission back in, I'd be pretty happy with that run.
Yeah, and I think the track setup, like you said, with so much time, I think it's going to equate to some pretty good head-to-heads.
Yeah, I agree.
Given the weather condition. So again, it bears repeating, officially Ryan Tuerck announced at Long Beach, this is his final complete Formula Drift season. So bit of a swan song, you know, like when a band plays, what's it called when they have their last tour, like the goodbye tour?
Yeah. I was speaking of The Who. They've had about 100 of those.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Jay-Z's retired like 8 times.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So Simen Olsen with 74.4 slides into 7th position. Look at that style, 14, 10, and 9. So a little across the board there.
And it looks like we are getting the word no more sight laps moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more sight laps. So it is all in now. We are back to full dry conditions.
All right, Ryan Tuerck, we love you, we respect you, and let's see you win an event here this year. I know he's gunning for a championship mathematically. He's down there quite a bit, but the Rain-X Rockstar Energy Drink driver and that Toyota GR Corolla comes off of that bank and into that inside clip. Not exactly the tidiest, but we know what he's capable of. So get a score in the books and maybe throw some more at it. Man, that thing is just bathing in smoke. Looking like a smoke bomb. Woo! Smoke X is more what we need.
I do like that we're back to like qualifying car setup, because it is a lot of times so different than like battle setup.
Yeah.
And it's just fun because like, you don't have to reserve tires at all. You can make the cars like
lay on it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like it's that party lap. It's that, hey, my tires are almost done. I'm gonna go do one more and just absolutely stand on it all the way through. So that's what it feels like here for Tuerck. Maybe not a ton of grip dialed into the car, but floating out to the zones. See how the line scores start to populate throughout. But yeah, I mean, really liked outside zone 4, but this one seemed kind of like one of those fun ones. You just go out, lay it down, and know that you're going to be coming back on cords.
Oh, man. So taking a look. What do you think of Ryan's run here, bud?
That's good. Catch some understeer halfway through, but same thing. It's a fun one. I'm trying to like bask in some of it, knowing that, you know, this might be not this one. You'll have one more, but like this might be the last qualifying run we'll see with Ryan Tuerck. Like,
right
now that we know for the whole season, it's definitely different. When Denofa announced his retirement, we only knew before the last one, so we didn't have a whole season to really, you know, kind of dwell on what we were witnessing. We're sitting through all this. We get to absorb all of it, and I kind of like it.
Like I said, a bit of a farewell tour. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I talked about it, but he's the first pro driver I really got to see in person. So for me, it's pretty
sentimental.
Special. Yeah.
Are you crying?
A little bit. I'm a little emotional.
Are you crying?
He's gotten a lot of us into drifting.
Okay.
His videos, his content. You know, Tuerck grinding a TV in his living room is like, it's just so much good stuff.
Yeah, no, I get it. He's played a major role in the automotive dialogue. So 73.86 slides him into 8th position. And again, it's not goodbye. It's see you later. He's got, you know, the Stout, the Formula Supra, the Celica, GT4586. He's got party cars. He's got it all. So, but Jeff Jones leads the pack, 82.93, and Beechum and Hobson round out the top 3. More qualifying for first run. We got how many more drivers left? Just a few for the first run. 10 more left, or 9 more technically, because Von Gittin Jr. Don't go anywhere. We are here at Orlando Speed World for round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship.
At the limit, performance tells the truth. From the drift track to off-road to the open road, Kenda engineers its tires where failure is not an option. Vesda Performance, Cleaver All-Terrain. One engineering standard, professional grade. From the podium to the pavement. Kenda, find your retailer at kendatire.com.
Through this lens, I catch details others might pass right by. Some might see a car. I see tuners taking care of what they love. The care poured into every engine. The trust in Pennzoil to keep it running strong. This moment, these drivers, the machine under this hood, that's what lasts.
Engine protection for the lifetime of your vehicle. Pennzoil. Long may we drive. Available at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With the Canon Image ProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
Something has awakened. The horsepower and torque you always knew was there. Just waiting to make every drive thrilling. Track tested, off-road proven. Performance for everything you drive. Drive better with K&N.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Just give me the word.
We're back again. We're in Atlanta's second round for the 2026 O'Reilly Auto Part Random Part Challenge. I'm with my boy.
Random Auto Part Challenge.
Matt Field.
All right.
What that is it heavy? Then it's expensive.
It's the weight that I would guess it would be.
Yeah, right?
Trying to open it up.
And I definitely don't know what it is.
Where did you get this thing, dude?
O'Reilly Auto Parts, brother.
Window, motor, regular, or a blend door. This is a blend door motor.
Holy shit. I mean, yeah, there was like a fancy name for it, but that's exactly what it is, right?
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna get it this time, whatever it, oh my God, what is this?
It's made of plastic. He's like, dude, we don't have this stuff.
It's a motor of some kind. Door lock actuator?
I mean, you were dang close on the first one.
AC vent motor.
Does that count? Does that count?
Climate control, terminal air door actuator.
I would have never guessed those terminologies.
Like if you told me that was on my car, I'd be like, what'd you call me, bro?
Do I get to keep this or what?
Sure, I'll bring it back. We'll sell it to you cheap. No. Everybody sees me coming down, they're like, oh, come on.
Here we go.
Come on, this guy.
It's like an RC for my kid.
Oh, it's the self-destruct solenoid. You just hit that button, you just blow your car to pieces.
Everything. Control? AC control?
Yeah! That'll work, we'll take it.
Yeah, it's
climate control terminal air door actuator for a 2006 or 9 Chrysler Pacifica.
Ok, un controlador que va del aire para controlar la temperatura del carro.
That's what I said.
Welcome back. We have 9 more drivers left for their first qualifying run, and then we'll rack them and retrack them for their second qualifying run. Again, the introduction or the reintroduction of actual qualifying as opposed to seating brackets. The Destined Industries all-new Z on Kenda tires. The Nismo Auto Parts all-new Z of Chris the Force Forsberg. Optima batteries providing the charge. Next weekend, Brainerd, Forsberg, the Seaboys, myself, we'll be out there in Minnesota, so join us. First ever Octane Auto Fest. Excited to be out there as Forsberg throws it aggressively into the wall. Nice shot by Chris. Jeez. Holy cow. He's liking these dry conditions, man. He is just winding it up as we go into, again, that power rally into that last outside zone. Are you kidding me? Forsberg is on it. He definitely exceeded a little bit. A couple treads of those Kenda tires hit outside. But, dude, talk about consistency. That's the throttle control I was talking about.
Okay.
Didn't bang the rev limiter on it, just pinned it, but it wasn't, you know, it was like fluid. That was, you know, obviously, Chris is one of my great friends, but when you see him drive like that, it's undeniable.
I think this dude's got to go sailing before every event, because that's just unlocked another form of Forsberg. Holy cow, 96% through that first outside zone. Absolutely crushing it, though. Inside zones need to clean things up just a touch, but man, he's so close to it. And there we go. Even the drone can't keep track of how great Forsberg is coming through that. 91% on the last one. Solid, and a 49-degree run. Holy cow.
That's massive.
Yeah.
Dude, Christopher Cross, he is sailing, dude. Like Christopher Cross Forsberg.
Christopher Cross the ocean.
Oh, so good. Well, you know Christopher Cross.
Yeah,
Sing sailing.
Oh, right.
Not crisscross the kids that wear the pants backwards. I'm talking yacht rock, baby. I'm talking loafers. I'm talking chillin', white wine, shrimp cocktails.
I feel like I have
Christopher Cross, sailing. You absolutely offended
like
me,
sticks?
Dude. Sure.
Okay.
Like Kenny Loggins and Messina.
What?
Yeah. All right.
Here's
yeah, I'm turned up, dude.
I have struck
I'm trying to be chill, and you're not being chill.
Someone might have to get between us. Chris, once again, this
Christopher Cross.
Christopher Cross. Oh, man. But yeah, this is
going to make you jump.
This is what the Wally is looking at. Well, Jared tries to beat me with an oar. And there it is.
85.83, and there it is. And look at 35-35 out of 40. And a great style score, 16, 14, 13. Okay, so 14.3. A great qualifying score by the three-time champ. Again, consistency, fluidity, great placement, exciting. And again, he caught ideal conditions, dude. The way it breaks here, don't be there. Fredric Aasbo from Ski Norway. He took a hard hit earlier. One of his suspension bits broke off. That Rockstar Enerdrake Mark V Toyota Supra, but it's definitely fixed. He throws it down into that first outside zone. Again, there's that nice fluidity. Listen to the symphony of that exhaust note. Just stays in it, just really dialed in. Again, very reminiscent of what we just saw from Chris Forsberg. Nice run by another three-time champ, Fredric Aasbo.
Yeah, the big swingers are here. We're into the top 10, and this is really where the scores are going to be tested. So, yeah, Aasbo looking great, coming right out of the blocks. I mean, great launch, and that initiation is completely solid. Gets that bit of a left foot brake on to get the car to come pivot around. Could see a touch more angle, has a slight hesitation midway through, but 92%. Yeah, 88 through our second zone. I mean, he is figuring this system out. Him and Steph had a lot of questions about how exactly the scores are done, where exactly the edge of that track is going to be. And man, that is a really good line score, 36.8.
Look at that, 80s, 90s as far as all of the placement filling those zones.
Yeah. Listen, we knew day one trying to get to 100 again was not going to be easy.
Yeah.
It's taken 2 rounds. It's taken a little bit of modification, but I think these drivers have really started to figure out where they need to drive, and that is on the absolute edge of the track.
There's a learning curve for not only the drivers, but obviously the technology, and an 84.7, so doesn't get that #1 spot, but still definitely a great score there from Fredric Aasbo. But again, just like drifting, the progression of vehicles, builds, technology, adapting, all of those elements combined have equated, and that's where we're at right now. You know, there's a learning curve and some grace. You know, obviously, you know, during COVID, it's like technology was like glitching. Everybody's a little more patient. That's kind of what we're expecting and wanting from our fans. But speaking of expecting, I'm expecting a big initiation here. Yes, sir. Absolutely sling out there. Colt Richards, big angle. Man, not leaving anything to chance. Hammering down this young buck, FD Pro rookie, making the jump from prospect to pro, riding the razor's edge. Yes, sir, the Richards Racing, 86, gaining some applause. Dude, that was just absolutely dropping it on the table. Well done.
Cole's had a lot of time at this track, too. He had the car down in Florida a fair bit over the winter. I was lucky enough to get to see him just practicing, and this is very reminiscent of what he can do. He loves this track. He's done so well here. And there we go, 93% through zone 1. And once again, that is weighted the heaviest. That is worth 20 points of the 40 through that angle, or through the line score. Zone 2, 85%. Zone 3, 48%. So needs to clean that up a little bit. Zone 4, 93. And there it is, a 34.5 on line. 48 degrees of angle. So that's going to be another solid run. And I know Judge is pretty happy about it, so I'm hoping the style side of things bumps up as well. And we'll see where that meets to potentially take the top spot. But, I mean, it's going to be a tough battle, that's for sure.
Tough battle. I'm liking where this is going, man.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. 85.60, so he assumes that #2 position over Fredric Aasbo. Cole Richards, you know, he's had so many pieces and components of people that have invested into his program. Taka Ayano right now, he's got passionate Pat Gooden in his ear. He's got, you know, his lady drifts, like all these different elements really equate to him learning so fast. So again, Dylan the Dozer Hughes, let's see what you got. That Permatex BMW, that E36, coming into that outside zone. Nice job on those GT radial tires, transitions through. Nice job by Dylan, comes down through that power alley, ripping another absolute shredder right now. Look at this, just finds the sweet spot, goes up a little bit. Maybe he needed that window controller, roll down that window that he talked about earlier in the parts challenge.
Yeah, get the climate control.
Dylan in a really good place. I know he's, you know, changing some things up as far as his location of his program and all that, but still just busy guy, lovable dude, and some great driving.
I was trying to convince him to move to Florida. He seems to like it here, I'm just saying.
Nah, he's out.
I know.
He's a Pacific Northwest dude, he'd melt.
Yeah, that's fair.
He would melt out here.
Yeah, switching things up, going for that Permatex livery on this one. Great job in that first outside zone, looking very stable. Great job on that transition as well. The way he pivots that car around 99% on zone 2. That is going to be pretty massive. And yeah, I mean, Dylan is looking very, very dialed. Yeah, he spent a bit of time there with Rad Dan just before he came out to the event and looking chill, loving the beach, ripping around on Dan's little party cars. And another really solid line score, 36.3 and 33 out of 40 on angle. So once again, you're looking the magical 55 degrees of average angle. It would be a perfect angle score. Tough to get. It is meant to be tough to get. We're not making this easy on him.
And there we go, 82.3 for Dylan the Dozer Hughes. So again, aggressive. Look at that style score, really well done. Judges liking the more aggressive driving. It's ramping up here as the older Shanahan brother of the two, Jack Shanahan. New vehicle prep for him. This Pulsar Turbo Systems. Again, that right-hand drive, so definitely a factor into, you know, going to this first outside zone. You're on the low side of that initiation, but we'll see if it doesn't matter. Right side, don't care. Big angle there from Jack. Slams down into the bank, into the flat section, over the power alley. Really good placement on the inside zone. Make some corrections. You see him tapping the brake lights to lock it into that last outside zone. Man, look at that tire pressure. That thing was just almost sitting on rim.
That's crazy. Yeah, he might be going after that angle score. I mean, the way he initiated, the way he held that around, I didn't actually hear who got that 52-degree average in practice, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's Jack, because he is absolutely throwing this car around. So got a little bit late into the first outside zone, and that's going to reflect on that percentage. But man, zone 2 looking really good. Zone 3, yeah, solid there. And then through zone 4, you can see him start to pour on the angle as he goes through. There it is. Add just a little bit more, and a 93, 50 degrees. So that I think so far is going to be our highest angle score out of everybody. 36.7 on angle, 32.6 on line. And that's the balance you gotta work. If he can lock in zone 1, if he can keep that same amount of angle through zone 1, but get just a little bit deeper on the wall, he is going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with and may take that top spot. Right now, he's definitely in fighting contention for a really high rank spot in qualifying.
All right, what do we got here for Jack? 82.30 puts him into 6th position.
I think it's just that first outside zone, it being weighted kind of half of your line score. That's well, not quite, but almost half of your line score is going to be a factor in that.
All right. And Branden Sorensen, this young buck, definitely so talented. Love to see his progression. Sorensen Motorsports BMW, quad lock on the back. He locks into that wall. Yes, sir, 46, 45. You can see 50 towards the end of that bank. And that just shows you he's using the angle to slow down. A lot of them aren't doing that, which is good. That's good execution. Boom, right in the crease. You can see him just a touch, but still really good placement. Good speed coming all the way through. Just very fast through the course. And again, I'm eager to see the other drivers that unfortunately had the wetter conditions earlier. Again, as long as it stays consistent.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, the Wally system doesn't know that it's rating. It doesn't change the way that it judges at all. It's completely the same between wet and dry. So, but it's tougher in the rain. It's a harder environment to drive in. So it will be interesting to see how those scores start to update. But Branden Sorensen through zone 1 looking really, really good. The inside zones need to clean those up a little bit. They are worth 5 points each. So if you're gonna sacrifice something, make it those 2 inside zones. But yeah, first and last zones looking really, really good. Good job on the angle, very smooth. What I really love about Branden's driving is he kind of has 2 modes. He's either this very calculated, analytical driver, or he's this wild man that is like, waving the single finger flag out the window at his competitors and having a great time. And I mean, he will door anybody on this grid.
Yeah, he will not back down. Branden Sorensen with an 81.96 puts him in the 7th position. Shout out to my boy Will Robbins and Banks. They're over in Greece tuning in, watching right now. Gear for the game you love, baby. Thanks to shop. Will, how we doing? All right, so Forsberg with that number 1 spot, 85.83. Richards and Aasbo. Here we go. We know what he's capable of. Oh, rain's coming down. Oh boy, just like that, very wet. Something flies out of the car. This could really disrupt, or he's just gonna stay in it. Here goes Odiy Bakchis. We talked about the rain, so some rain coming down. Let's see if he stays in it, and he does. Ooh. And again, just having to modify on the fly. Well done by Odiy Bakchis. Odiy in that field suspension, Subi Mods, GT Radial, BRZ, well done.
Yeah,
dude.
It started raining as his run started.
Holy cow.
Normally we would be totally fine to give them a side lap and let them take their time, but yeah, that seemed like it came down the moment he left the line. So phenomenal job from Odiy to adapt on the fly. I mean, it really does show once again why he is one of the best drivers in the world, because he was thrown one of the craziest curveballs you're going to get, and that part of the track went really, really quick, and that pushed him out wide, and that unfortunately sacrificed a bit of that score on zone 3. The rest of it looks really, really good. And here we go. This is the Wally overlay. Once again, taking all of that data, that raw data, and turning it into a graphics overlay to give you an idea of exactly what they're looking at. You can see there, they've got some pretty crazy speeds coming around the bank, and Odiy having to make a big, big correction there. So, yeah, doing a great job. You can see the zone markers off to the side. There's Odiy coming across the line. So the rain came down and is continuing. Wow.
Hey, really, really commendable there by Odiy Bakchis. So we're going to go back to sight laps, I have to assume, just given that the rain just came down. And it came down quickly, and our fans, they got umbrellas up and all that. So, again, be respectful of your neighbors with the umbrellas, not to impede on view. But Odiy Bakchis, 79.2 puts him in the 8th position.
The hard part right now is James Deane would not have had any time to change this to a wet setup.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to drive this car however they set it up for dry pavement, which is going to be different than how they do
Deane,
it.
Dude,
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. He's like, dude, bring it on.
Whatever.
You know what?
Look at this. This is his.
Yeah.
This is a sight lap.
Dude, he's Irish. He's used to this. No problem. He's got Lexan windows. You know, he went to O'Reilly Auto Parts. He got whatever sort of, if it was Rain-X or whatever O'Reilly Auto Parts sells for
wipers and
wipers and all the things. Yeah. So he's good. He's got Pennzoil in the veins. The RTR, again, Boss Man's watching right now. He's on a plane. I don't know if he's on a jet or what he's on, but again, Boss Man's cheering him on. Von Ginn Jr. head down to Baja 500. What do you got?
It would be interesting. I don't know. I don't think there's any way to find out what the ratio of rain events versus dry events he's done. Because in Ireland, obviously,
it's all usually wet.
It's a lot of rain events. Yeah. So it would be really. I know there's a few of the stats nerds listening.
Yep.
Feel free to check your spreadsheet for that one, but I don't think that data exists.
All right, so let's see what we got here from James the Machine Deane. He is a machine, so sometimes some moisture gets in the circuit board, but right now it seems like he is conquering. He has won with the rain. He is like Bruce Lee, act and flow like water, baby. Goes and crosses over the splash zone. Look at how much rain just came down in that short amount of time. Looking more like SeaWorld than Orlando Speed World. Look at that. Look out, kids. You're going to get wet. Oh, there's a fish flying.
That's mental, though.
Pike's Market right now. Look out for flying salmon. Woo!
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if it needs to be said, but welcome to Florida.
Right.
If you don't like the weather, just wait 30 seconds. Yeah, James Deane, we'll see how these scores come in. I'm very curious because outside zone 1 looked phenomenal to me. Definitely took him a hot minute to get around there, but he's using that back bumper. 98%. Highest scoring zone you can have.
In the wet.
In the wet. Can't even see where the zones are.
Oh, 67. Come on.
I know.
James.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
He knows I'm kidding. He'll laugh at me.
Oh, yeah.
He's always good.
But yeah, there you go. I mean, crazy. And 40 degrees of angle all the way through. So, angle score, I mean, it's tough to throw a ton of angle when it's wet out. Simply because you just can't carry the momentum you need. But there it is.
79 in the less than ideal conditions. And, well, why not? Let's get another Irish driver. Again, another driver very familiar with driving in the rain. This vehicle, not so much, but again, these Irish drivers are very familiar with the wet conditions. All right, so our current #1 points leader, winner at round 1. This is Conor Shanahan, our points leader in that Red Bull and Juka Racing, Jerry Yang Racing 86. This is a sight lap, so keep in mind, he's testing conditions. He just saw his fellow countrymen throw down a respectable run, given just how, I mean, look at how thick it is. Watch this splash zone, ready?
Yeah.
Boosh. And that just wildly disrupts the car. I mean, you know, you on the freeway in this rain, you're gonna hydroplane. Now you're gonna hydroplane sideways, get that, the rain just accumulates, goes through it's gonna disrupt the car so much.
Yeah, he's so good at finding grip, though, and navigating through this. We talk about throttle control. If you've ever had a chance to watch the foot cam of Conor Shanahan, it's super interesting. He's dancing on it the whole time. I've kind of correlated to how Ayrton Senna drove during the turbo era of just constantly finding the grip, keeping the turbo spooled up, and then finding the grip again. He's so good with his right foot. So see here, and this is going to be a tough one.
All right, let's see what we got here for Conor Shanahan as he is sending it down the pipe. Definitely less than ideal, but we know what these Irish pilots are capable of in the wet. Look at Conor dialing in. We saw that 98 that first zone from James. He's crawling, he's tiptoeing his way, but watch this big puddle right there. I mean, it is just so massive. Now transitions, a little correction there, but there's going to be look, the Wally doesn't give leeway to that transition. That's the unfortunate thing. So it's going to adhere to it. So this is just the nature of the beast. We didn't know how many runs were going to get wet, dry, or whatever.
Oh, we made it through it, though. We got at least one score on the board for everybody out here, and Conor Shanahan has got to get that car up there, out to the wall, and does a pretty good job. It's not super close to the wall, but he's doing a really good job of getting up there. 87, so solid considering the conditions. Once again, that rain is just absolutely dumping down still. There's been almost no reprieve, and then has to fight his way through the ponds in the middle section of that course. The drains already, I mean, they're doing their best, but as I explained, we're probably about 8 inches above sea level right now, so water's not a big fan of draining at this point. But Conor gets around, does a really good job on the line side of things, but just really tough in these conditions.
All right, a 71.13 for Conor Shanahan, 71.13 for Shanahan, slides him into 20th position. Again, the upside is there are 32 drivers, 32 spots, so as long as you get a score, you are in tomorrow's main event. So, again, Shanahan gets a score on the board. He is our current points leader, as Chris Forsberg, after one run from all the drivers, will re-rack him and track him for our second qualifying run. And K&N qualifying, K&N the official filter of Formula Drift. So again, Forsberg comes out on top of the 85.83. Cole Richards with a blazing 85.60. Fredric Aasbo, those three drivers, I'll tell you, the amount of aggression, they did have the dry conditions. Jeff Jones was right in that. He was right there as well. So again, a lot of these drivers are seeing that. But again, So some great driving there from all the drivers, but everybody will get a second shot to better their run one score. But it is very wet, and I think it's going to stay for the entirety. It's going to be these conditions. For it to dry out the way it did earlier, it's highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Highly unlikely. So, all right, when we come back, run 2 from all the drivers. Their second qualifying run here from Orlando Speed World, round 3. The party continues. Yeah, it's a little wet, it's a little smoky, it's a little muggy, but it doesn't matter. It's a dang good time. So join us once again. We'll be right back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship continues here in Orlando.
Drifting. Drifting is not just a sport, it's culture, it's in our blood.
Here we go, Andy Hateley.
Drifting is not just a sport, it's culture, it's in our blood.
Here we go, Andy Hateley. Oh, he is riding that tire right on that white line.
Tires are what we live and breathe in Formula D. We couldn't do this without them.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving away a Maserati Thursdays in October. Play all month long for a chance to take home an elegant and powerful Italian sports car. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. You in?
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nailed, every second we shaved, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You in?
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports is taking me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way. What's up, everybody? My name is Jackson Orr. I'm a class of 2023 UNOH graduate. I went through the High Performance Motorsports program at UNOH. That enabled me to be here with the pros. Now I'm the crew chief with Forsberg Racing and Chris Forsberg, traveling all across the world with him, prepping his demo cars, prepping his drift cars, making sure he's ready for the track. UNOH gave me the skill set to work in a fast-paced environment and understand what I'm looking at. If you want to learn more, go to unoh.edu and check it out.
Welcome back to the streets of Long Beach once again. James Deane, Fredric Aasbo.
What we are looking at are the two most dominating drivers in drifting history.
This is a James we have not seen at all.
Welcome to Road Atlanta. Here we go. Another one more time battle. Fredric Aasbo, James Deane. Don't leave in the judges' hands. James the Machine Deane gets the win. This is Type S Scorch. Can you smell it? Look at James, not backing down. Welcome to New Jersey. This is the Gauntlet. James Deane, nasty initiation.
We're currently sitting second in points, 10 points off the lead behind Fredric Aasbo, and feeling pretty good.
Welcome to the Crossroads. Shanahan and Deane, I mean, two iconic names, so history is about to be made. James the Machine Deane gets the win.
We're just focusing on being consistent, dialed, and we'll see how far we can take it.
James Deane's going in this power rally.
Second place goes to James the Machine Deane.
What a season it's been up until this point. If James Deane wins in the Final Four, he will be your 2025 Formula Drift Pro Champion once again. James Deane drops into formation. James the Machine Deane, does he get it done? James the Machine Deane locks it up, and he's the official 2025 Formula Drift Pro Champion.
Wow, I don't know, I'm lost for words. Huge thanks to the RTR team. I wasn't expecting it this weekend, you know? Wow, yeah, this is a lot. Thank you all.
James Deane, he does have another battle in the finals. Your 2025 and 5-time Formula Drift champion, trying to sweeten the deal with a victory here in Utah. James Deane, once again, dominant in the 2025 season. James the Machine Deane is your winner and champion.
Young me would have never believed that I was capable of this. So for anyone watching that you have dreams, just chase them, because if you're passionate enough and you work hard enough, anything is possible.
James the Machine Deane!
This is amazing, and can't wait for Long Beach. We're going to enjoy it.
I'm going to say it's the end of the beginning, or the end of this chapter, and it'll be the second chapter of my motorsports life. It's been the longest one, 20 plus years in drifting. This is going to be my last full season in Formula Drift. It's crazy to think back on it. 20 years of doing something, you don't even think about it until you start looking at all the things that you have and have saved, and you forget half the things you did save, and that just keeps bringing back more and more memories as I go through more of it. It's been a pretty wild ride the last week or so. I'm combing through all that stuff and sharing memories. I'm not done drifting, of course. I'm just done with a full-time championship schedule. I'm still gonna have a full-time motorsports schedule, but I want to give myself time to do other things. I'm still an ambitious person, and I have other goals that I want to accomplish within motorsport, and I need to give myself time to do that. Taking this leap is definitely scary. It's something I've been doing for 20 plus years, and I just want to enjoy every moment of it this year with my family away from home at Formula Drift, the teams, the crews, the drivers, the staff at Formula Drift. I mean, I've known a lot of these people for 20 plus years. It's crazy to think about it like this and make the decision to actually stop competing full time. Yeah, it's scary, but I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and seeing the fans at every stop, just being able to drive against some of the best drivers in the world again. Yeah.
Well, as you can see, we got the John Deere out there just clearing out the water as best we can, and looks like it did.
It's
looks like it stopped.
It's in the process of.
Oh yeah, dude, holy cow! You know, Forsberg, Cole Richards, Fredric Aasbo, the top three. What do you think? What do you think was the X factor for them that took them to the top?
Yeah, a lot of it's just going to be that first outside zone is weighted so heavily. I mean, that's such a big part of it. I mean, 1/5 of your entire run is just how you do in that zone.
True.
So I think that's a big part of it. Judges, I think, have shown their hand what they want for style. They want like big snappy angle. They want the transition on the inner clips to be really, really fast. Full throttle commitment, like we talked about, without just like banging off the rev limiter. And it seems to be drivers that are using handbrake coming off the bank, that's getting deducted very, very heavily. There's a lot of conversation in the drivers' meeting about decels, although I think the drivers have really adapted to it. The conversation was coming off of one before they come into the power alley. Should that be a decel? How do we judge that section of track? Because it's not like a wally part of the track. And the conversation is, can you do that at full throttle? Can you do that with full commitment? And really what I think I've seen is drivers are letting off a little bit of throttle halfway through the first outside zone and just very slowly decreasing their speed as they come out. They're doing about 60 miles an hour on the dry through outer zone 1, and they're down to about 40 by the time they're getting into outside zone 4. So about 20 miles an hour difference. So it's been really interesting. I'm happy with how the scoring's been. We've seen drivers get into the high 90s in zones.
Yep.
So to get that magical 100, it's going to be really, really tough. And to me, to get a perfect, it should always be tough.
Yes.
Right? We've only had a handful of them in qualifying ever.
Different formats, different years, different times.
And it has happened, and I do think one day it will happen. Because we've seen a couple of zones hit 100 or 99. So it could happen, but yeah, here's Forsberg's run here. So as we talked about that first outside zone, you got to be into it early. You got to have full commitment all the way around. You got to be basically on the wall. You know, the Wally's got a very small amount of leniency when it comes to its thresholds around the car. But yeah, Forsberg just does such a great job. He's right on the edge of the paint through outside zone 4. There's a couple of spots here or there where he's backing in and out of it, and those are the points that he's going to be losing. So you can see there, this is the basically the 3D replay of what he was able to do coming around that zone. So you can see the few spots where he's going to be docked some of those points. And then, yeah, a little bit of throttle on transition there. Kind of floats the car out, and that's where you see neither a red or a green coming off the back of the car, but yeah, he's right on the edge of it all the way
And you
around.
saw how the green and the red was peppered in.
Yeah.
So it shows you, again, just throttle modulation when I was talking about not staying on that rev limiter, but also just you didn't see it with the naked eye.
Yeah.
That was a good utilization, and he got a high style score, if you can recall, you know, 20 out of the total 100, like you said, another 5th there. And that just goes to show you that you don't want it to be so blatantly obvious of pulling that handbrake, tapping left foot brake, doing it like on and off throttle. He did a good job.
Yeah, basically the judges said, like, make it so we can't see the correction. You can make corrections, but you have to do it in a way that we can't see it.
Yeah.
Forsberg's a shining example of that.
Absolutely.
You can see where he's either modulating throttle or touching a little bit of left foot brake to get the car to do what he wants, and from the naked eye, you're not going to see it, but with how strict the telemetry is, like, you know, it's going to see it. It's going to know exactly what you're doing.
Well, Orlando Speed World has played a major role in a lot of people's drifting careers, you know, either, you know, Pro-Am, Pro-Spec, Pro, and there's a gentleman, Jhonnattan Castro, he's from Dominican Republic. This is basically the closest course to his home. So, you know, as Jhonnattan Castro in the Metaldom Toyota GR86 is out here, Dominican's finest. He's had some great moments out here, notably one of the most exciting runs ever, him and James Deane many moons ago. It still brings me chills when I watch it. It was just so dynamic, so unique. And, you know, even last year, Jhonnattan Castro did so well here at Orlando Speed World once again. This is today, this is run. So let's take a look at, again, Jhonnattan Castro and Orlando Speed World.
Manoa settled in right there, bathing in the smoke as Castro tire fire early on. Manoa finding that side grip, ripping on home. He is on fire literally and figuratively. Wow, Manoa just finding everything. From Japan, Hiroya Manoa gets the win.
What a nice end. Thank you, guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Jhonnattan Castro. I'm the driver of the Toyota GR86 and I've been driving Formula Drift for more than 10 years. Most of the time in drifting, you always have a good time. You always expressing yourself, as you said, with the driving. Your driving style, your personality shows on the track. Sometimes people say that I'm a very nice guy when I'm outside, but when I'm putting the helmet on and it changed my... Presenting the Latin America, Latin drivers, Latin community is a lot of weight on a shoulder for sure. Being Dominican is add more, of course, because I was born, raised, and first time I actually came to the United States was to drive in Formula Drift. Never knew English and any of this, and just learned through the course of me driving here. We had to say how it is. This is the best of the best. This is the toughest series in the world. Drifting with the toughest driver, with the toughest machines, the toughest cars, the craziest builds, and the speed. I think one of the biggest friendships that I have is even here in Formula Drift, like very close friend of Fredric Aasbo. We hang on in Norway, in Dominican Republic, places we've been driving not only driving on wire, we're also having a good time together, just enjoying life. Once you're in the pocket, you are close, you can see the name of the person, almost the helmet, like you can almost see his eyes expressions. At that speed is an unbelievable moment. That it's just like you are synchronized with that driver, chasing wherever he goes in the most beautiful way. Is the best feeling. Especially drivers are all out. But you know they're gonna go out, you go all out, and you just trust him, and you just on the pocket, transfer on the pocket again. It is just the best feeling ever. You do that, it's just like give you a full pack of energy to just keep pushing, because you want to keep living that moment.
Looking for a college where you can learn by doing? The University of Northwestern Ohio puts the wrench in your hand and your future in motion.
I would recommend UNOH to anybody who wants to excel in this industry.
With industry connections, cutting-edge equipment, and programs in automotive, diesel, high performance, robotics, and more, this is education that works.
You will come to this school and you will leave 10 times what you were when you came here.
Apply now at unoh.edu.
At the limit, performance tells the truth. From the drift track to off-road to the open road, Kenda engineers its tires where failure is not an option. Vesda Performance, Cleaver all-terrain. One engineering standard, professional grade. From the podium to the pavement. Kenda, find your retailer at kendatire.com.
Get out there and have fun. Because you've got Meguiar's. And we've got your back. From wash, to paint care, to maintenance and more, Meguiar's has your hybrid ceramic solution for every adventure. Meguiar's, reflect your passion.
Hi, my name is Kevin Wells, Competition Director of Formula Drift. We did some course changes. Hopefully we don't have a lot of oil downs and cleanups. So let's check it out.
Whoa, Shanahan wrong way. And Shanahan goes into the wall.
I've done some stupid stuff before. Definitely the stupidest one.
Oh my, front wheels come off the ground on the truck? I don't know if the front wheels came off, but that like, whoa! Okay. We've got a lot of damage. So I think I'm gonna cut this branch and then I'll lift it straight up and then we'll pull the car out the front.
There's enough stuff here. They might be able to put it back together. He's got till what, Saturday?
We're ready to do another thing. Actually, the first rescission.
Wow, so honored.
On the way.
What's that? Is that Kevin's corner? Dang.
Holy that was f***ing awesome.
The Type S Finals. They are here. Fredric Aasbo, our current points leader, is going against arguably one of the most popular drivers in the field, Adam LZ.
Whether you're an active drifter or you are an aspiring drifter, these are the sort of runs and the type of driving that we all want to do. You're leaving it all on the table and you're risking a little bit and you're fighting your whatever you've been struggling with, and you're able to get that part a little bit better. It's the best feeling in the world. So now it's about calm it down and just freaking drive it.
Who's gonna get the win? Light up the night. New Jersey, E-Town. Let's send it! Fredric Aasbo initiates in that first outside zone. He places it nice and proper. Adam LZ goes off course. He explodes. And look at that, there goes Fredric Aasbo, Adam LZ. He now is applying the pressure. Is it too much? No, it's not. Going to the last outside zone. Freddie, stand and deliver right there. Adam LZ overcooked it just a little bit on initiation. Are you ready to send it for the final time, E-Town? The gauntlet is on and cracking. Adam LZ needs to throw down a heater, maybe force an error for Fredric Aasbo. Let's send it. Adam LZ initiates in the outside zone. He tracks bumper, sparks go flying. Freddie makes a mistake. He goes into the inside. Could Adam LZ get the victory? A massive mistake by Fredric Aasbo. Adam LZ, great recovery on that first run, and now a dynamic lead run.
Adam LZ does something no one else has done this entire weekend or possibly ever.
Sure.
Holy cow. Man, what a run from both of these drivers.
And now your winner, back on the box once again, unanimously is Adam LZ gets the win.
When I'm driving with someone like Aasbo, I just push as hard as I can, and when you start going faster, you got to scrub the speed. So you throw it backwards. It works. Sometimes it doesn't work, and it worked, and here we are.
Make some noise for the two-lettered last name, Mr. Adam LZ!
There's a lot of really good battles. I feel like I kind of got lucky on the first two. I didn't really have to drive that hard in order to get the win. But going against Osoli and Aasbo, I pushed as hard as I possibly could, and I think it's probably some of my best driving I've done in Formula Drift. This feels like my home away from home. So to have my friends here, my sister, my nieces, my nephews, all you guys cheering, seeing the stands lit up, like I wanted to put on a show and drive as hard as I could, and that's what I did.
Congratulations to all our winners, because everybody won here at Formula Drift. We'll see you online, or we'll see you another time.
As we say hello again to Orlando Speed World, some soaked fans enduring the rain, thank you so much. And thank you for tuning in. A little bit of a rain delay, we cleaned up the rain, and don't know if we're going to see another rain cell come through or not. We wrapped up and kind of bidding adieu, not officially, but basically Englishtown Raceway Park, E-Town in New Jersey. You know, it's just evolved over the years. If you've ever been there, you know, some of the properties used for a wrecking yard and storage and this and that, and again, just certain things have created a situation where, yeah, we might not ever go back to E-Town, unfortunately. You know, I know they just had an event there. The road course is still active, but the drag strip and the Drift Coliseum, just, yeah, can't utilize it at this juncture. So, I mean, it'd be great for it to happen, but the likelihood is highly improbable.
Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough. I mean, it's a part of history. A lot of the OGs they started there. I remember, I think Vaughn's got like his first entry slip was gifted back to him.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's still producing a ton of great drivers. The East Coast owes a lot. I mean, drifting owes a lot to that facility and the family and everybody else. So
yeah, the Knapp family.
Yeah,
Forsberg, Tony Angelo,
yeah.
Ryan Tuerck, you know, even all the, you know, Wagner and Petty and Tim, and just the whole gang at Club Loose. You know, yeah. they got their shanty out there, the bar, you know, Sneaky Pete's. Yeah, it's just played a major role in drifting culture. So, you know, obviously it's not full-on official, but we're not going there this year, and the highly likelihood that it's not happening. But
yeah, I mean, we'll wait to get the official word on it. But yeah, it's not looking great, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those. We've lost unfortunately too many tracks over the years at this point. So please, you know, support your local racetrack.
To say goodbye.
Stunning.
To yesterday. Right?
Yeah. I got nothing.
Sorry, I'm just serenading you. The drones are flying. That means the cars are going to be flying. So looks like the rain has stopped for right now. So
should be able to get back to it. Yeah.
Should be able to back at it like a track addict, baby.
There you go. Ponchos full. The ponchos are coming off. That's the real sign right there.
Ponchos are coming off, courtesy of Heat Wave. The Heat Wave poncho.
Yeah, if you're a poncho manufacturer, Florida's the place to be.
Poncho. Is that your name, Poncho Villa?
Pancho Villa. He looks
there you go. Looking good, dude. Wacky waving, but he's a crazy arm guy.
Wacky waving arm flailing inflatable tube man.
Yep, there it is. Oh, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Well, they're currently overstocked in all wacky waving arm flailing inflatable tube man.
Come on down to Wacky waving inflatable tube man. Oh, look, we got the beekeeper, dude.
Wow.
We got the beekeeper in the building, dude. That guy's sweet right there.
Helmet for safety.
That guy is definitely works construction.
Yeah.
And the little one there, she's hyped up.
Yeah,
She skipped school. We appreciate it. Hopefully she's out on summer break.
Yeah, summer break here.
Poor Hateley, dude. Hateley doesn't lovey the rain.
No.
He Hateleys the rain.
He Hateleys the rain.
Yeah, but he made it look good earlier. Again, the upside is, 32 drivers. I believe everybody got a score. No, there was Dan Burkett.
Dan Burkett.
Rad Dan. So Rad Dan, it is a must. He must put down a run.
Yeah, I don't think we got word as to what all happened there, so.
Yeah. And are we doing sight laps, kids?
I think we are doing sight laps. So it looks like they're just going to cover outside zone 1. That's the word that's coming down from production. So we're just going to test that out, and then they'll be good to go after that.
All right, down by the beach, boy. Here we go. So Hateley, Drift Wizard, Peekaboo, bring it back up to the line. So again, Sopa, hang him out to dry. Give that man a bar of soap. Why does he clean himself out there? Save time.
Good, yeah.
Because soap on a rope right there on the start line, kid. All right, here we go. Andy Hateley initiates into the big bank outside zone 1. Throws it in, nice job. A lot more confident on the second run. And this is a good opportunity for them to really get familiar with these conditions, because it could very well be like this tomorrow in head-to-head. Big straightening there across the power alley into that last outside zone. You see how it throws him off course, but he does modify that line very well. He brings it back in to that last outside zone. That front right just flapping in the wind there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a great
maxing out that angle.
Yeah, I mean it could be that. It could be surge from the power steering that's doing that, but we'll catch that again on the replay. Good eye on that one. I missed that. Yeah, it could be a few things, but Kurt, the mechanic, Curtis, if you can hear me, take a look at that front right. Yeah, Andy getting right out there. Looks like he decided to catch a little bit of wall, but it's a pretty good job there through zone 1, all things considered. Zone 2, kind of a little bit too far on the inside. So does catch a bit of a straight. Now it's going to be something that's going to affect style more than anything. But he's able to continue on to that run. And outside zone 4, he's just pushing a little bit wide with an 88 through there. So not too bad there for Andy Hateley, all things considered. We'll see if that beats the 61.8 on his previous run.
And I am getting word that it is an incomplete.
They did call it incomplete.
Yeah, they did call it an incomplete. That will be a 0, but like I said, he does have his first run that he could rely on to get him into the show. So he does have a score. He's in the mix.
All right. Yeah, that's a pretty good one there.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, big correction. Imagine chasing that going across.
He couldn't. Yeah. He couldn't. You'd be slamming into the back.
Slamming into the door.
Yeah.
Drift Wizard go down. No matter what kind of sorcery you got, definitely that's gonna hurt.
Yeah. He rolled a 1 on that one.
And here we are looking at Mr. Buchanan. Cody Buchanan. Reboot Nissan Z. Let's see what he's got. Buchanan.
Really loading it up.
A little loose. Wait, is this side lap?
Side lap.
Oh, I mean, I feel like we can give him the option now too, but I believe it might be a side lap. If not, he's making it look good right now.
No, it says no.
So he's going for it.
Yeah.
So Buchanan, this is an actual run, so I apologize. Not calling the action, but right now it looked, like I said, it's looking tidy.
Yeah.
It's looking really good. Great placement of the vehicle. Big angle there, 57, 62, obviously maxing out across the finish line. Hard pressed to come back from that across the finish, but so yeah, nice run.
Yeah, he loaded that car up for what felt like a week. Like he really had it all the way out there and then snaps back out. So second event for him running up on a bank. This is a big learning curve, mind the pun, but 90% through zone 1. Phenomenal job through there. So really the rain seems to be affecting more the angle side of things than anything. I mean, it's going to be a little bit on style, but as we said, the Wally system does not change the way that it judges based on the weather conditions. It's the same criteria no matter what. So I think the angle is going to be the big part of it. You just can't, you can't throw a ton of angle in the rain. It's just not, because the angle's going to slow you down. At this point, you're really trying to push that car all the way out. So that's going to be the tough part for him, is going to be that. As we can see that score coming down quite a bit. I think part of it too is that it's based a lot on the amount of time that you're running all the way around the track. So you are going to be a little bit slower, but either way, Cody Buchanan, I mean, great line score, 36. Yep. That's up there. That's up there.
Cody Buchanan waiting for his second run score. Enter Missy Elliott. I can't stand the rain. Super fly, super duper fly.
I need to get Missy Elliott back in my playlist rotation. Yeah.
Big Missy Elliott fan?
Apparently not
as of
right
recent?
now, no, but I need to get back on it.
Buchanan qualifying continues, and Buchanan with a 69.13, and that was the run 1.
Yeah.
Right? Run 1. Look at the angle, 31.5 compared to 20, so
yeah,
big angle, and you called it.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
D Mads, let's see if he's D happy after this run. Derek Madison, 65.13 was his first score, currently ranked 26th. Let's see if this coilover depot S chassis can rise up that bank and rise to the occasion. Higher score, higher on the wall. D-Mads. Oh, it comes off throttle and shuts her down. It's the wrong side. That'll be incomplete, unfortunately, for Derek Madison, the coilover depot S chassis. So it's hard to navigate that.
Yeah, it hit a big correction at the end of the first outside zone, and that kind of surfaced and really messed things up. He does throw a 360 at the end. Ooh, a little bit and some. That's not worth points, but it will earn him a nice high five when we see him a little bit later. So now we'll check that replay. Well, Mr. Ken Gushi gets his tires warmed up and his sight lap in. So Derek comes around the first outside turn. Did a really good job. He's getting really close to the bank, but he angles up really, really hard coming through there. And you can see as well just how different that track layout is. That replay kind of shows where our inside clip used to be. I mean, this track is, it's developed a lot. For something that seems so simple, it is not easy. It's also changed quite a lot throughout the years. So, yeah, it's kind of, it's like walking through history. I think this is our side lap on this one.
Side lap? Side lap? All right, Kenshiro Gushi.
Yeah, should be. I've been trying to keep an eye out. There's a lot going on. We got buttons and screens and people in our ear.
Yeah, a lot of them are just going for that to see. And what's good is the bank, obviously. The water's not pooling up on the bank. So.
Yeah.
But as you saw them on the transition going from outer zone 1 into inside clip. Yeah, it's all right, holding car here for the Goose. Nope, oh. All right, here we go. Kenshiro Gushi for his second qualifying run. Initiates. Not a huge degree of angle, but proper placement of that car. That carbon wing, the duckbill hanging out the back, quack, quack. Looks like a duck, smells like a duck. It's a duckbill wing coming on across that power alley, transitioning into the second inside zone. Oh, he's standing on that throttle. He was fighting that car, just get that grip.
Yeah.
He was trying to launch it forward. There we go.
It really is almost a complete replay of what happened in our first set of runs. I mean, the conditions are very, very similar for so many of these drivers as they come around. I mean, it's almost identical. So we'll see how it all plays out for Ken Gushi, who's sitting on a 59.66. So he's gonna have a little bit of work to do to clean that up a bit more, but doing a good job through our first outside zone. That part's gonna dry up pretty quick. Because obviously the water's going to run downhill. And so it should dry out a little bit quicker, and then obviously outside zone 4 is going to be the other part. Our 2 inside zones are going to be pretty tough, just because the water tends to gather in those areas. But we're already starting to see little bits of steam, which is a good sign, and then after steam we'll get into the smoke, and hopefully by a little bit later on in this second set of qualifying runs we'll see even more smoke with some of these drivers. So Ken Gushi doing a good job through zone 1 and zone 2. Phenomenal 93 on there. But yeah, same thing. Angle's going to be the big one. That's going to be the tough one for these drivers right now.
Yep.
But I think this should do better than the 59.66 we got on the first one.
Yeah.
Well, we're pretty much there with that line and angle already.
It's such a bummer. The guys that are running in the wet are the ones that ran in the wet previously, right? So it might dry out if we don't see it, but 74.86, so looks like
it's better.
Yeah. All right, so 74.86 for Goosh. And here we go. Again, this driver loves this track for whatever reason. Jhonnattan Castro and Orlando just go together. Peanut butter and jelly, baby. I'm assuming a sight. Okay. No, it's going for it. He's going. He's live, baby. He doesn't need no stinking sight lap. Like I said, just the confidence here with Castro. Dominican's finest. Rips through that power alley, so not a sight lap. Look at him zero in on that second inside zone. Grabbing a little bit of brake there. Just yanking it into the outside. Zone 4. Like I said, 20 for the big outside zone 1, 5 for each inner, and then 10 on that last one. Good job there by Jhonnattan Castro. So full pull in the wet for Mr. Castro. Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Done and dusted.
Just go for it. Yep, love to see it. So a little bit more hesitant on the initiation, not kind of really hucking the car in the way we saw with Cody Buchanan a little bit earlier on, but it's a great job of holding that rear bumper up along that wall and coming off the bank. As he comes through that inside zone, he's got that tire nailed. Yeah, 87%. It shows you again just how technical, how precise this scoring system is. It really is within a centimeter is what they're going for. So that's that worked to be like a third of an inch. But yeah, solid run there. Good job on the angle, 41 degrees. I think for rain-wise, that's definitely up there. So he is looking to better a 54 even. And I think he's going to be there with this run. So it looks like Nate Chen getting his sight lap in now. We'll see his run here just in a moment. But yeah, Castro doing a great job of navigating very, very tricky conditions through. I do like the flow of how everything's going now with the way they've modified the zones. It seems, it seems a little bit more natural than what we've had in previous years.
Just less clicky?
Yeah, because we've had it where like between the two insides.
Yeah. All right, 74.5. He does better. Look at that line, 33.5 angle. 30, I mean, great. Yes, definitely stepped it up quite a bit. So, again, confidence there on his side. Nate Chen on the line, 74.5, his first run score. Currently 14th. Want to be in that top 16.
Yeah.
In the top 16. That's going to favor you really, really well. Nate Chen initiates. A lot of brake. He taps that wall. He throws it in, but he stays in it. Pin it to win it. 10 out of 10. Now coming down into the puddle. Not puddle of mud, but puddle of water as drips on through this last outside zone. Nice job by Nate Chen. Nigeria Racing 86, Kenda Tires. Brings it across.
Yeah, really good there. Got disrupted a little bit through the first outside zone, and I mean, if you panic in that moment, the run's pretty much over. You can straighten out, and unfortunately on a bank track, straightening out means throwing the front end of the car into the wall. So it does a good job. Gets up there, takes him just a second, but there it is, and disrupts that just a little bit, but stays in the throttle. Not making a ton of angle throughout that part of the track. But as he comes off the bank, a good angle through zone 2 and a great score there with 93%. Really good job through 3 as well, 92. So very consistent on the inside zones. Unfortunately, that first outside zone score is definitely going to hurt him. And then through the rest, this looks really good. So line 30.3, angle 30.5. And then we'll see what the judges say for the style score. So it'll be 60.8 before the judges put in their score, and it is going to be an average of the 3 style scores. And that's how that works out.
And 74.56, so the first one remains to be the better of the 2 for Nate Chen.
A little better on style on this run, but yeah. Tommy Lemaire
TLO, let's go.
He's taking his second lap as
TL's go. And this is where we're at. Chris, the Force Forsberg, 85.83. Cole Richards sits in second. I know Forsberg would love to get on the box, get some great stats from the fans. I love when they just chime in here. 3-lane. Last time Forsberg won an event was in Texas, 2020, round 6.
Wow.
And the last podium was in 23 in Atlanta. So it's been a minute. He'd love to be on the box.
Thank you, Bree. Bree, one of the people in the Enter Zone Discord community.
Always in.
You can always jump there, and
Always
lots of stats.
Yeah. Tommy Lemaire, TLO. Here we go, the XBN Corvettes. Your fellow countryman here, Jacob, as TLO. See, tapping the brake, a lot more confident here. Look at big angle. Makes it all the way in there. Let's see how he manages. So again, just so you can hear him really kind of off and on. The car isn't really disrupted by the throttle, but just overall the confidence.
Yeah, look good.
Sounds like a two-stroke.
It really does.
It really sounds like a dirt bike.
Such a unique V8. I know there's been a couple of videos made about the engine build in this, but it's probably the most unique sounding V8 that we've got here.
Yeah.
Tommy's another driver that's driven a lot in the rain, a lot in the snow. So these conditions are not foreign to him.
Right.
He's also driven a lot in the bank. We've got a lot of bank tracks up in Canada, especially where he would have competed and kind of cut his teeth as a driver. So for him, it's just back being at home and very, very consistent through all these zones. 86, 81, 82. And expect this, 94.
Yep.
Zone 4 looking good, 46 degrees of angle. I mean, when we talk about like wet runs, this one's definitely up there. But Tommy, very, very consistent. Great car setup too. I mean, that's the big part of this, is just knowing what the car is going to do, how it needs to be set up, and a lot of that just comes from experience. So, yeah, fantastic job from the Quebec driver. Always great seeing him down here. I think he was down earlier this year as well, testing. I mean, you got to remember, if you're going to test in the winter, there's not many places where you can go to do that.
True that. And he does better at 79.76 for TLO. Tommy Lemaire steps up and slides into 8th. Shoot, yeah. I'm kind of downplaying it here. 79.76, a great score for TLO. Tommy Lemaire.
Yeah, really good run. Let's get back here. Connor O'Sullivan in that brand new BMW, 950 horsepower. Looks very comfortable in it.
Looks capable, looks good, and we'll see what he does.
Right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yep, dragging it, stacking it, brings it in. Look at that. I mean, the hands look calm on that wheel. There you go. Unwinds it a little bit. A little overcooked it on that transition, but again, he does have a score on the board. He's in the show. Looking a lot more confident on this second run, just getting nerves out of the way. In the wet conditions, he drifts on past that finish line. Pretty sure we'll get the score.
I think so. I mean, the initiation was definitely weird.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see how that plays.
I was scared.
Yeah, so was I. Brand new car. I mean, so gets it over, and then almost has to reinitiate again. I don't know how that's going to play into the judges' eyes. I know if that was a tandem run, that would be a massive issue.
Yep.
And there'd be a lot of leeway for the chase driver in that. So zone 2, I mean, great angle. Unfortunately, way too far off of it. You could possibly argue that's a second initiation. I don't know, though. Yeah, look at the rest of these line scores, though. Absolutely solid. So zone 2, the 2 zones, I mean, they're only worth 5 points. Yep. You're going to miss one, that's going to be it. That first zone, getting an 89 in there, that's huge. That's worth 20. And that's half of the line score, or almost half of the line score right there. So, really, really great job there.
All right.
Sorry, yeah, it is worth half. Sorry, my math. I did like quadruple check my math. 20, 10, 5, 5, so 40 points total. So yeah, half your line score comes from one zone.
Yep, so 25, 5, and 10. All right, Osoli waiting for his score.
Yeah, coming across the line too, they do want you to be able to like drive away from the finish. Yeah, you're supposed to have control over the line. He was right on the edge of that, so I don't want to wish an incomplete on anybody, but there's kind of 2 cases that could be made there for it. Not that they will be, but you know, if I was arguing the point, if I was arguing the point, I would definitely aim on those.
And they do give him a score, and it's the better of the 2. Look at that line and angle, 31, 33 style, so 74.7. When we come back, K&N qualifying continues. A little wet conditions, but again, don't need to slow down. Just keep it going, keep it moving here in K&N qualifying. Don't go anywhere. Round 3 continues here in Orlando.
Drifting is not just a sport, it's culture, it's in our blood.
Here we go, Andy Hateley. Oh, he is riding that tire right on that white line.
Tires are what we live and breathe in Formula D. We couldn't do this without them.
You need parts? O'Reilly has auto parts. Need it fast? We got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Welcome back as Federico Sceriffo and the Pennzoil BMW to the line. He's known for ripping his Ferrari around the track. That car getting a little bit of a updo here, so parked it, and now here he is driving this BMW as Federico Sceriffo initiates into the bank. And the Kumho tires go around. Look at that. Just, again, this car is suiting him really well. Like the tuxedo suit he's got on. In that cockpit, overcooks it.
Well, if you can do it on a side lap. So.
Yeah, some people are doing them, some people aren't. So I just want to make sure. Was that a side lap?
That was, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody yell it out. Side lap or not side lap?
Like turn a red light on.
Yeah, just give me. Yeah.
We used to have lights. Remember
Give me a little Roxanne. Give me a little Roxanne. Turn on the red light.
I do get that reference.
Thank you.
No problem. Please.
I'm such a boomer over here.
It happens.
Here we go. Turn on the yellow light. Talking about that Pennzoil. Long may we drive, baby. Here we go to that wall. Oh, he's lifting that trunk up. What you gonna do with all that junk? All that junk inside my trunk. Oh, comes down off that bank into that inside clip. You saw some little corrections there. You got a big trunk. I'm gonna put my bike in it. Coming that last one, last outside zone. Goes Federico and through the finish line. A slow drip. Slow drip for Federico Sceriffo.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there was rain or just spray off his car.
Yeah.
I think it's just spray. Okay, we're good. Yeah, Fede looking really, really solid. Getting into that wall a couple of times. Looks like three little boops. Getting them all the way around, coming off the bank. And it has to grip that car up just a little bit. Get into that zone 2, but does a really good job of adapting to these ever-changing conditions. Zone 3 looking solid. And zone 4, I mean, he's kind of fighting that grip going back and forth. It's getting tough. Once again, patchy is almost worse You know, I'll come out and say it. Patchy is worse than wet conditions. At least when it's wet and it's consistent.
Absolutely.
You know what you're dealing with. When it gets patchy like that, you're having to go on and off the throttle, and you're fighting for every moment just to figure out what's going on. So, really, really good job, all things considered. There's the battle scars from that first outside zone. He took an 85, and 46 degrees of angle is no slouch, all things considered. There it is, new score on the board for him.
And 74.7 for Federico Sceriffo. The second one, the better of the two. So, jumps up to 15th spots.
Thought I saw Daniel Stuke go for a sight lap, but he is pulled back out. So I'm assuming Stuke's out.
Stuke is out.
We got the chop. All right.
All right, so Stuke will have incomplete, but he does have a score on his first run, so he will be in competition.
Going back to his little lawn he's built out there.
Yeah, he's got like a cute little like patio.
Yeah, it's great. They got
a cornhole, got a grill.
I gotta get some revenge.
Adirondacks.
We call them Muskoka chairs in Canada.
Yeah, we're in America, dude.
I know, I'm just letting you know.
Trying
to culture.
We are in the United States.
We are.
I guess you are North American as well.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So look at Forsberg. What's that?
I was just looking at scoring. You looked at the top. I looked at the bottom.
Yeah, I was looking at Forsberg, Richards. Yeah, Odi Bakchis. Man, some drivers. You know, and it's a bummer. Odi was like the first, guinea pig out there in the wet. The rain, he left the line, it started raining.
Yeah.
Like that's a tough one. That is a tough one. So here we go. RCP. Rome Charpentier. The garagistic BMW smashed. Dude,
he's having fun.
Yeah, just smash flying the drone. It's like a when you're eating and a fly just keeps coming. You're like, get out, just stop.
Do a backflip. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah,
you can.
That was sick.
Thanks, buddy.
Well done.
Oh, now I got to think of board tricks.
Yeah, do a barrel wall. Do a barrel wall. Yeah, there we go. RCP, Rome Charpentier, coming down.
Cut away from him.
Right, yeah. Land on his roof. Land on his roof while he's drifting. There we go. As Rome Charpentier dials it in. Oh, and he spins out and rotates.
I gotta have some fun.
Yeah, so all joking aside, Rome unfortunately does spin, but he does have a score on his first run.
That was the sight. Okay, sorry, that was the sight. Right, because there we go. You got so caught.
You gotta tell me if it's a sight lap or not. You gotta use your outdoor voice.
Come on, Will.
Wind it up, Reese. That was a sight lap. You guys gotta tell. Somebody's gotta tell me if it's a sight lap or not. I was like, oh, here you go. Okay, no, psych, just kidding. Little communication. That is key.
Graphics guy.
Yeah.
Whip us up a sight lap graphics.
All right, here we go. Rome Charpentiers. Now we got a full pull. Let's make sure. Yeah, so talking about that rev limiter, he is absolutely standing on it.
Whoa!
Oh, he almost spun, and that was not his side lap. Past that second inside zone. The chrome wheels standing out. Definitely looking good. That last outside zone, look at that. It looks like he's like arc welding underneath his car. You can see the sparks just flying.
It'd be fun to you can set the lights to the music.
Yeah.
I wonder if the rev limiter would just change.
Yeah, the Type S.
Yeah, I wonder if it would just flash.
Using light switch raves.
Yeah. All right, Rome on not his sight lap. Looks pretty good through the first part of this outside zone. Needs to get out to that wall though. That is where the highest score is going to be, is all the way out to the wall. So 78 completely misses zone 2 though, as reflected by the points and visual indication. Zone 3, though, makes up for it, 95. Remember, those two zones only worth 5 points apiece, so not a massive one. But, yeah, it makes up for it there. Zone 4, line score coming in at 28.9 out of a possible 40. So, not amazing. I don't know if that's going to beat his 70.23.
And it does not. 70. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Wrong
71.3.
I wrote missed a 1 on the first one.
Yep. All right. We are looking at Adam LZ at Drift HQ BMW. That is a sight lap right now that we are catching up with Adam LZ.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Now everyone's yelling at us. Yeah.
All right, so Adam LZ back to the line. What was his first score?
75.10.
75.10. There it is. His little nitro spray. I'm sure he'd love to top it. He's currently 13th. Conditions are drying out a little bit, but there's definitely puddles when you go down in that flat section.
Also got no air movement right now.
No.
Flags are pretty still.
Yeah, smoke's lingering on the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it all today, man.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thumbs up. And here we go. Let's see what Adam LZ has got in store for Wally and the judges. And initiates very aggressively. Nice job there by Adam LZ. Look at that. No correction from those front wheels. Locked and loaded. Comes a little unwound there, but just to adjust to make sure he hits that inside zone and into the second. Quick little tap to bring them back into that car. Back out into that last outside zone. Riding right on the razor's edge. And Adam LZ crosses the finish line. So a little bit of corrections here and there, but just it seemed a little more confident.
Yeah, the hard part now is, as we get into some fun tire science, is that first outside zone is pretty dry. They are smoking the tires. They're getting them up to some pretty high temperatures. And as you come down through the infield, you're going through a puddle, so you're going to flash all that heat off the tire. And it kind of creates like this almost hard shell you have to work the tire back through again, because it will drop so much temperature really, really quick. But yeah, Adam does a good job of working through this. You can see he's trying to get that car to light off again. I mean, it is, the tires are spinning. But yeah, it's definitely a tough go. It's a really good job of adapting all the way through. Line score reflects that. Here we go into our Race Data Labs Wally 3D animation of this. And what's cool too is here we get a chance to play with this. You can spin around, you can move it, you can pause it, go frame by frame. You can really get a great idea as to...
Boom, it jumps up 82.06. Adam LZ slides into 7th qualifying position. Well done. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
Score.
That's 82. A great score.
82 there for Adam LZ. Ben Hobson, the Pennzoil Mustang RTR Spec 5FD. Let's see what Ben Hobson's got for us. 76.2 was his first run score. Send it. There we go. Sopa giving the clear to send like he's on the Top Gun flight deck. We're ready to rock.
Missed his collar.
Ooh, nice initiation. Very smooth. Good Ben working the wheel inside the cockpit. You can see the floral gloves. Just working it now, dropping down. Ooh, looks like it came off power, like the car got jarred. Right, so many flames. Stays in it. Yep, there we go. Finds that sweet spot. Brings it on home. Come on, baby. Take me to bed or lose me forever, you big stud. What movie is that from?
I knew you were gonna ask. I can't remember.
It's from Top Gun.
It is from Top Gun. Okay. I'm running through. I was like, I think it's Top Gun.
I saw your eyes roll.
I know as soon as you said, because I knew you were going to. Ben Hobson, first outside zone looks good. Has a bit of trouble transitioning off of it though.
Yeah.
Comes out a little bit early and through here. He's grabbing the handbrake. You can see that car backfires quite a lot whenever he's modulating that throttle. So that's the downside, is it's very visual whenever there's a correction made in a Mustang like that. But then outside zone 4, he does a much better job, 96%. Got to be very happy with that. Ben always showing signs of greatness. He's always right there. So he's just kind of waiting on his moment. There we go.
Oh, beat the beat. 78.53, jumps up a little bit to position 12. All right. Benny Hobson.
There is.
They're going to have a Hob daughter?
Oh, that.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, no sight lap.
Yeah.
No sight lap, big drift. Hey, by the way, I was looking at Jeff's Instagram. I think he hurt his hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but this is no sight lap. He's going for it. But yeah, did they announce they're having a daughter?
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Jeff Jones, let's go. Jeff Jones, that Big Drift Energy, Nissan Z. Yeah, dial it in. Like I said, I just looked at his Instagram and it was ice in his hand. It was all swollen. So poor dude. Hopefully, again, a lot of these drivers, they hurt their hands, but
it's like their tool.
Yeah,
Why?
man.
It's like you and I hurting our voices.
Yeah, right. All right, so Jeff stays in it. Nice job. Little LEDs going off.
That was a solid 360. Yeah. Very aggressive.
Ripper there, boy. All right, hands not bothering him too much.
No, he'd do it one-handed.
Yeah.
Oh. Caught a bit of a backfire. I wasn't sure if it was him or if that was Ryan Litteral, but yeah, Jeff Jones. He dropped in the old FD Discord. He doesn't like sight laps, doesn't believe in them, wants to go out and just go for it. Lots of smoke coming to that first outside zone. We are in full dry conditions there. Fortunately, the infield, you can see, catches a bunch of understeer before the transition. Too far in on zone 3, and then coming through zone 4, doing a pretty good job of finding that groove and staying in it. Just supersedes it just a little bit. What's the update there, Doctor?
Yeah, one of his fingers got stuck in his steering wheel, so he does not better on his second score, but 82.93 out the gate on his first run. So good run there. But yeah, his finger got stuck in his wheel.
Oh.
So yeah, definitely a bummer for the kid.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
No bueno. Side lap or no side lap? What are we doing here, kids? Sight, yay or nay? All right, so no sight lap, right? Oh,
no,
just kidding. It's a sight lap.
Psych.
Yep. All right, so Ryan Litteral will take a sight lap.
I think we just force him at this point.
Yeah.
Everyone take a sight lap.
I'd rather not. I'd rather just go into it, but I completely understand if that's important. You can see the NRG S15 of Ryan Litteral.
It's got a lot of suspension travel in the rear. Very bouncy. Yeah.
His cars always look great. Looking better on the box. So let's see what Ryan Litteral's got for us here.
Look great, sound great.
Yeah.
Always got good wheel choice. Very stylish guy.
Steezy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Give him a little pep talk here. Make sure we're locked and loaded. Clear to send. Coming through the chute. Let's see what Ryan literally has for us. That first outside zone. Trying to drag that bumper, a little left foot brake for the kid. Firing off, now coming back down, slamming into that inside zone. Now past the second, good angle. Man, woo, I thought he was gonna slide off there, but he definitely salvaged that. That was really good driving there from Ryan Litteral. Consistent, exciting, loud, all the things Ryan Litteral is known for.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah, agreed. Always full of style, always the showman. I mean, even coming off the track. So coming to that first outside zone, that car really gripped up, and I think maybe he thought it was going to slide out just a little bit more, but we are full dry spec through there. He's got a massage coming off the bank. Talked a bit about that in the drivers' meeting as well. And the drivers' meeting, I think, should be up on YouTube now if you want to check that out. So hopefully a fun one, it's an entertaining one. And then coming through outside
drivers' meetings?
Yeah, they're getting spicy. Woo! There we go, to zone 4, 78 through there. So yeah, midway through our other zones, and then zone 4 definitely got things cleaned up just a little bit, but he had a 69.2 on the first one. Just got to see if he can better that.
Got our fans sticking around here during the rain. 69. Nope. So again, the first score to almost identical in angle. Line a little better, style down a little bit. So all right, well, good run. Ryan's in the show. All right, side lap. Rutledge Wood wants to know.
Okay.
He's DMing me.
Did we? I think we skipped Trenton Beechum.
Oh, we skipped him? Is he busy?
Yeah, so not entirely sure why, but Beechum not at the line. So unfortunately, unless we called the wrong driver up, that would be. But yeah, he might have been a little distracted. So off playing by himself.
Might have been busy. All right, so yeah, a couple of the boys definitely want to better their score. Rudy Hansen on the line. And here we go. Team Hansen coming down the chute. Now initiates aggressively. Needs to work it up. He is. Come on. Rise to the occasion, baby. Josh Groban, baby. You raise me up. Now past that power alley. Second inside zone. The neon wheels shining bright like a diamond. In that last outside zone. Good angle. Come on home. There we go. Rudy Hansen. Is that enough? What was his first score?
63.3. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Really did struggle to get to that first outside zone. When he enters in, it's already pretty low. And he's got to try and work that car up a bit higher. Does a pretty good job with that. Has to kind of steer the car into it. But 49% through zone 1, zone 2, 28. So yeah, just a scrappy run and not one that he's going to be super pumped on. Zone 4 is pretty good though. 84% through there. Just comes out of it at the end. I think he could have held it all the way through. Would have been good. 42 degrees. So yeah, I don't think that's going to better the 63.3 that he is currently on. I mean, he's 17th overall in the standings right now. He's been Mr. Consistent.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, definitely has he's in the show, but he's down there in 29th. So definitely needs to step up.
So this is a big one coming up here now. It's going to be Branden. He's on a sight lap. He has a sight lap. He is sitting on an incomplete, so he's really going to want to figure it out. That's pretty solid, though, from Radical Danier. He's got to get some points on the board to make it into the show.
Yeah, this is a little nerve-wracking. A lot of the guys will tell you, between qualifying and 32 battle, that's one of the most nerve-wracking positions in Formula Drift competition. I mean, we've had J.R. Hildebrand, we've had multiple drivers, Tanner Faust. He'll tell you, qualifying FD is one of the most nerve-wracking motorsport experiences in his life. That's J.R. Hildebrand, who's raced Indy 500.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's pretty nuts. So again, all the pressure right now. He needs to get a score on the board and not chilling at all, not phoning it in. This is not AI. This is real life, baby. This is tactile. Goes, and he goes past that inside zone, transitions into inside zone 2. Now again, one more outside zone, and he'll get a score on the board. Kind of missing some marks there. You saw him exceed a little bit. Man, got a little precarious there.
Yeah.
Rad Dan. That was almost a little sad Dan.
Yeah, would have. Yeah. Ooh, I mean, could have been a mad Dan.
I think he's glad Dan.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we ran through most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm a big fan of Dan.
Yeah. Anyways, Dan through zone 1, looking pretty good. Kind of comes in and out of it, but almost blows through 2. It gets on the throttle, get that car to transition back around. I mean, you really got to give him a hand, Dan. No, Dan. No, I'm done. Zone 4, no, only about halfway through the vast majority of it, but able to get a little bit more. You had some time to think. Did you get any more?
I'm just going to stand and salute and pretend he's Lieutenant Dan.
It's a great place to end this. Rad Dan gets that score on the board. He needed it to make sure that he can make it into the show for tomorrow. There it is, 66.7. Not a great run, but it's enough.
Yep. I think he's a glad Dan.
He's a good lad, that Dan.
That's a good lap for Dan. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All the dad jokes and all the great driving you come to expect at Formula Drift. This is round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship, Orlando Speed World. Chris Forsberg still sits on top. Can he be bested? We'll find out when we return here at Scorched or a little bit of Soaked.
vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts.
We're back, baby. We're singing a song of a different kind here as we are producing some sweet tracks. And right now we got Wataru Masuyama.
Hey,
there's Justin
our
Smash. Smash, now you do a backflip.
Yeah, do it.
No, you.
Do it.
Physically. You have to do one, not the drone.
Yeah.
That's Justin Smash, and Aaron Jesse, our 2 drone pilots. So Aaron's more of the static, the truth serum as we call it. Justin Smash is the FPV drone.
Unofficial FD trivia. Name 2 drivers that can do backflips.
Yeah, obviously I know.
Yeah, but for anybody at home, feel free to comment. Yeah.
Fun fact.
2 drivers.
Jacob Gettins Gamble. All right, what do we got here?
Yeah. If you find me in person, I'll give you a free hat.
Got a Roku.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna give one of those.
Yeah, you gotta give one away.
Yeah.
Find me in person.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Wataru Masuyama.
Sight lab.
What's is this sight lab?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're being very clear.
Help me help you.
Yes, please.
Help us.
Help us help you.
It's about we, not me.
Yeah.
And Masuyama. And is he just gonna do full pull? No. Okay, he's bring it over.
Yeah, I think they've told them, hey, do the bank and then whip it back around.
Yep.
Yeah.
First you whip and then you nay-nay.
Do you think that'll be like, the waltz? Like one of those things that, like, 100 years from now, they'll be like, yes, they whipped and then they nay-nayed.
I think bring back dabbing.
Yeah. I'm all right with that. It was a fun time.
What, like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
All right, Wataru Masuyama, currently ranked 22nd. See if he can dab on the competition. Drop it like it's hot. Here we go, the Evangelion Juga Racing Jerry Yang, 86. We talked about standing on the rev limiter and a big lift there.
Yeah.
I think when he went across that power, this is what I'm talking about, just as far as the setup of it. So there he goes back on the rev limiter, standing on it across that last outside zone. Just felt a little clunky, little
bit, yeah.
Like really dragging through the sand.
I think without the sun coming out, it's making the track just super uneven. So earlier on, at least when it dried up, the sun was kind of baking down in some sections and it dried that area really quick. Right now, just the outer zone 1 is the only thing that's really that dry. And then even coming through here, it's kind of tough to see on that overhead view, but there is a little bit of standing water just on the edge of the track. And I really do think that's affecting the tires. Even through zone 4, it looks dry, but we're really not seeing any smoke come off. There's a little bit of steam, maybe a touch of smoke there at the end, but it's still just very, very patchy conditions. But Wataru Masuyama does a really, really solid job all the way through. 31.7 on line, 29.2 on angle. I get a little bit of style points. I'm going to guess not too many, though, just with those big corrections. So throttle commitment's kind of the big one. If you're just constantly going at it all the way around on the run, you're going to do all right. Big snaps to angle, those are things. Just stuff that looks cool. So that's really where you're going to make that, oh no, run.
Wataru Masuyama, 72.93. His first run, the better of the 2, but just barely. Just barely, like every category except obviously style.
Yeah.
Right there in the mix. Sight lap out there on course. We got Matt out in the field.
Beast from the Bay.
Beast from the Bay. Checking it out.
Yeah,
going on a little sightseeing tour. If you look at your left side, you'll see Lake Orlando.
Yeah.
Right? On the right, you see the outside zone number 4. And we have the fans strewn about all along that back end of the track.
You ever thought about being a tour guide?
That'd be fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where would you do it?
Jungle Cruise at Disneyland.
Oh my God, dude, they have a lot of fun.
They do.
There's like ongoing gimmicks.
Great. Oh yeah, it's a whole shtick.
Yeah.
I can see Parker, my son, doing that. Here we go. Matt Field, currently ranked 21. He is a 73. So let's see if we get better here. Matt Field. Yeah, there's a confidence booster for him. Driving here in the wet. Woo! That car is on rails. Sticking it high on the bank with the GT radials. Now transitions into that second inside zone. Okay, no Logitech wheel inside that car right now. Has definitely been practicing a lot on the sim, and now brings it across, taps the brakes. Just sounds just so mechanical.
Yeah.
Sounds violent.
Yeah, and whatever issue they had with power at the end of that run seems to be resolved now, because he had a ton of power coming all the way through there. So, yeah, it was, I mean, really, really good all the way through. I mean, Matt did a great job of adapting to the ever-changing conditions. A little bit of a left foot brake. You can see a bit of a puff of smoke from that front wheel. If you see that front wheel stop turning altogether, just indicates they're on that left foot brake pretty heavy. I don't think those zone scores are correct, because obviously he did a much better job through that. Sorry, just a small graphics error there, but he did a much, much better job, obviously, not getting zeros. So see what that score looks like. Let's get that back up there.
Let's see what that score smells like.
Yeah, right now I'm a mixer of
sensory overload.
GTs and steam. Little more passive on initiation. Some drivers are really opting to fling that car all the way out, but a ton of angle, so love to see that. But yeah, some drivers really opting to load the car up, come way down on the bank, and then flip it back up. That a bit more passive, but I mean, it's the same thing. You might lose a little bit on that style part of it, but it's a little bit more predictable.
And there it is, 77.23. Matt Field does better it just a little bit, but bettering it is a good sign. Sign of a time. 777. Matt Field is currently in 14th position.
And Higa looks like he's heading back to the pits. So, I mean, he could call a 5.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I mean, he doesn't want to.
He's got a score.
Not here to stop you. He's skipping his run.
He goes out.
Okay.
Said,
it's past his bedtime. Got it.
Hey, dude, coming from Brazil, yeah, and then we're going all the way to Tuerck, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Simen Olsen as well would have been skipped. So I'm wondering if he had some issues still with that gearbox.
So I think a few of these guys are saying, look, I got to make sure we're good for tomorrow. They know they're in the show, so it's a good scenario as far as expediting. So Simon's, he's out too.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah, so a few of them. So again, Ryan Tuerck, sight lap or no sight lap? Just want to make sure. This is a sight lap.
We got to give Will a raise, man. He is doing Wally stuff. He's communicating.
He is a sight for sore eyes sight lap. Lay on, listen, baby.
I was asking Steph, I think last round, like, what's the difference? Same engine between Aasbo and Freddie, and it's just the size of the exhaust.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, the lengths are actually very similar, but yeah, just I can't remember exactly what it was, if it was like a 3-inch versus a 4-inch.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, but yeah, that's all it is. But if you hear them go around, they do sound pretty distinctly different.
Yeah. Well, that exhaust note, definitely you can make it a trombone, or you can make it kind of a flute. Definitely get different exhaust notes.
Yes. I like it.
You like my wind instrument references?
Yeah, it's great.
Here we go. All right, let's see what the Piccolo can do now here with Ryan Tuerck in that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla, the Rockstar pilot. Again, a farewell tour for Ryan Tuerck. Slams down. Ooh, looks like banging on it into that first inside zone. Overshoots it, brings it back. Baby, come back. Blame it all on me. Goes across the finish line. There we go, Ryan Tuerck. Full pull for Mr. Tuerck.
It's kind of an interesting line there. Partway through zone 1, he had a bit of an issue, and then, yeah, kind of just ramps the car up before he goes into 4. He uses a bit of that banking in an interesting spot, so he's probably going to be 2 wheels off there. Comes into 1, all throttle, all day. Comes around, looks really, really good on the angle, but unfortunately comes off the bank a little bit early, able to get the car back out, but it's going to be coming through here. The transition is pretty slow, and that forced him to go wide, and now he uses that bank to get himself back into the zone. So you got to remember that zone is moved back further. So Yeah, I mean, it's going to be 2 wheels off there for sure. But we'll see how that plays out when it comes to scoring. There's Mr. Forsberg getting his tires warmed up.
Yeah, number 1 right now.
Yeah. So you remember Ryan Tuerck was the first driver without a sight lap. So this is going to be a sight lap for Chris, I believe.
Yeah, let's say this is the number 1 run from earlier. This is Forsberg in that Destin Industries. All new Z. I mean, just on it.
Committed, yeah. Committed is the first word that comes to mind.
Yeah.
He throws in the first outside zone. He just holds it there. And it's maybe an inch or 2 back and forth on it.
I mean,
wheels are locked.
Wheels are locked.
Yeah. It looks so good. Look at that. He's not moving it at all.
Dude, the wheels are absolutely locked. So like I said, I'm going to be out there in Minnesota next weekend. Octane Auto Fest. Forsberg designed a track out there. They paved it. Minnesota, join us out there. C-Boys, the C-Boys from YouTube, they're going to be out there. They're going to be shooting 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So come on out, hang out with Forsberg. It's Brainerd Raceway.
Really get into it. I mean, they're partnered up with Cody Buchanan as well. So, like, fantastic to see that.
Yep, yeah. So we'll be out there next weekend. Here we go. But right now, sheesh, look at the flame shooting in the back of the Z. Again, woo, nice job. Looked like he tapped the bumper, maybe shredding that tail light. Man, Forsberg sailing takes me away. Oh, overcooks it, snaps back.
Yeah.
Oh, he is set adrift right now. He's out there in his dinghy. So unfortunately,
has he been
Iceberg dead ahead.
Has he been sailing
Forsberg dead ahead. What?
Has he been sailing for like ever? Or is this
no, this is like a new. I had no idea.
Where did
I've known
this
dude
come
for
from?
23 years, and he's a big sailing guy now.
Yeah,
he's got a
big
hat.
guy. Big.
He's
Oh,
got a hat.
He went that committed.
He's got loafers.
I was gonna ask about the socks. No socks on
No
deck.
socks.
No. All right, he's in.
No socks.
Man.
Yeah, big sailor guy.
Okay. It looks good on him.
Looks. It's. Yeah.
He's got more of like a pirate vibe.
No, he's sailor.
Yeah. Okay.
Sailor. Wears salmon shorts.
Oh.
Not like shorts made of salmon colored.
Yeah, I got you. Not pink.
Yeah, salmon.
Salmon. Above the knee, probably 3 inches above the knee. Okay.
Looking good.
Yeah, good.
All right. Another sailor ready to rip right now is Fredric Aasbo at Rockstar Energy Drink Mark V Supra. Let's see what he's got for us. Fredric Aasbo, he wants to rise. Come on. Come on. Let's see what he's got. Side lap or no?
Side lap.
This is a side lap.
Thank you, graphics guy. Comes in clutch.
Here we go.
Man, it's amazing that all the production guys are just tuned into us.
All right. Good old sight for sore eyes. Yeah, exactly. All right, so sight lap has been completed by one Fredric Aasbo.
Here we go. Now Justin smash up in front again. What else can we ask him to do?
Just drive the car.
Let's drive the car.
Just go in the cockpit.
Yeah, just get in there.
Yeah, just get in there. Get up all
I have no doubt in my mind he can.
Look what he got.
He can land in
Look what he
fast.
got. He's done it. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. All right, here we go. Fredric Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink, Mark V Supra, throws it into the Green Giants. Now, look at that. Again, another composed driver. Minimal corrections. Those Kenda tires past that inside zone. Kind of overshot it. He just like drifted out there. Just floated, I should say. Obviously, it's Formula Drift, but just kind of sailed it out there. He said he was a sailor.
A little bit more smoke popping up here in outside zone 4, so it's starting to dry. Yeah, patchy conditions once again, but Aasbo, that car, as soon as he gets on throttle, it really surges forward. So how you set up a car for this, I have no idea. I think this is just, give the driver something easy to drive and put him in there and say good luck. But a lot of left foot brake for that first part of the zone. You can see every time it gets on throttle, really wants to push forward. First outside zone's really, really well done, 89% through there. Yeah, zone 3, 93. And as we go into 4, he's really having to massage it back and forth. And now he's tons and tons of throttle all the way through. So 72%, and what that means is like he's just not all the way deep. They want him right to the edge of it, right where that the banking meets the flat part of the track. You kind of want to put the tire in the groove.
Boom.
Yeah.
84.7, so I believe the first score is the better of the two still.
Gonna hang into that third spot.
All right, when we come back, K&N qualifying continues. Don't go anywhere. Just a few drivers left. Local time 11:09, but we're right on time. Don't go anywhere. More Formula Drift action from Orlando Speed World. Chris Forsberg's got that #1 spot. Can he hold on to it? We'll find out when we come back. Just a few more drivers. Shoot, about 10. Don't go anywhere.
Tough, dirty hands aren't always washed at the shop or in the garage. Fast Orange heavy-duty foaming cleans the toughest dirt and grime. It's perfect for any sink, even the one in your kitchen or bathroom. Fast Orange heavy-duty foaming hand cleaner with enhanced cleaning power and a citrus scent.
Race.
All right, well, you are re-entering the sight lap from, who's this, Dylan?
Cole Richards.
Cole Richards, he is chopping it up.
Yep.
85.6 was his first score. So let's see, Cole, he is a man possessed, originally from Naples, Florida, now residing in Georgia. He said a lot of track time here.
Yeah.
But
good and quality track time too.
Yep.
Yeah, which is a big part of it. It'll be interesting once he gets into tandem, because it wasn't like he was driving with another pro in another pro car, but at least for qualifying, I mean, he's sitting in second overall right now. It's not often that we say that. A rookie coming up, sitting in second in qualifying, that's big.
Just locked in, man.
Yeah.
Here we go, Cole Richards. He already has an 85.6. We're seeing more smoke. Yep, and now he's got that grip. Again, but there is a considerable amount of water going to that first inside zone. Right there, you can see just coasting through that power alley. Look how much, I mean, it's still really wet right there in that flat section. The power alley has a lot of puddles, but again, the two outside zones, they are definitely producing a lot of smoke.
You know what though? What he did coming off the bank was really interesting. A lot of other drivers are doing like big checkups coming off the bank. He just decided to let the car float out.
Yep.
So first outside zone looks really, really good. Dialed, left foot brake kind of coming on and off, almost using it like a traction control to really find the grip in that car. Comes off, still on throttle, lets off here, floats the car, quick flip of the throttle again to rotate back around and back on throttle again. Not many drivers are doing that, and then he's back on again. So it's really, really well done. Maybe could have been, well, I mean, for sure it could have been closer to zone 3, but more than made up for it everywhere else. That's a really, really solid run from Cole Richards. And I think the style score is going to reflect that as well, because he didn't make a lot of corrections. He set the car up quite well coming off one. Look at great line through there. little blip, get the car to come back around. Once again, would have nice to have been closer, but he didn't fight. He didn't fight it. He just went, this is where I'm at on track. There's nothing I can do about it right now. Sorry, I'm going to lose a couple of points here, and then just focused on the next zone. So very smart play.
And also seeing those wet conditions, So I think that's a good way to work it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to better his first run.
No,
but it's still a really good run.
Absolutely. Absolutely, my friend.
And we got
Cole already ready packing it up, dude.
Yeah, he's ready to go. He's like, I'm done, man. I want to go home. Actually, probably wants to go to, Pat's probably taking the Texas Roadhouse.
Oh,
to be honest.
standard.
Yeah, have to.
Dude, drinking the butter.
Yeah.
Drinking the honey butter. Who did? Dylan Hughes skipped his second run.
Interesting. I wonder if people are concerned about like mechanical damage or like, hey, I'm in a decent spot. I don't think
just
I can
in the show, don't wreck it.
Yeah. I get it. I definitely get it.
All right, Jack Shanahan.
6th right now. So he wants that top spot.
It's his run. No sight
Not a
lap.
bye run.
No sight lap.
That's a very Jack Shanahan thing to do.
Yeah.
Very. Nah, let's just.
But he did it while we were doing replays.
Ah, don't ruin the illusion.
No. Use your illusion. Use your illusion 1 or 2?
2.
Yes, that was the right answer.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And, oh, shit. Yeah. Yes, sir. The Pulsar Turbo Systems. Wow. Jack. And this is, again, another opportunity for him. He knows how to drive in the wet, but, again, seeing the just inclement, you see the dry, you see the wet, you kind of see all the conditions, all the microclimates here for Jack Shanahan. Comes on through. Nice job.
Wow.
Woo.
Wow.
Jack, that's again, great confidence booster for the Shanahan.
I think for him, too, it's just trying to get more time in this car. I mean, we talked a lot about it round 1. This thing was built in a little over 2 weeks. It was a bare shell when he showed up with just a roll cage in it, and everything else, him and a small team from Ireland. He's got a few more guys that flew in this weekend. They had some troubles when they first came in. I know they had bits of that car torn apart, but look at these scores as they start to come in. Jack is on fire. Metaphorically, not physically.
Right.
I don't wish that upon him.
Nope.
But yeah, this is a really solid. Yeah, man. Great work from the young Irishman. We forget too, he's also quite young.
Yeah.
So, I think he's what, late 20s?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
And there we go. Oh, look at that, 84.13. So he does jump up to 4th position. Yeah, style, 16.3 out of 20. One. That is massive. So the judges liking that one.
Yeah, well deserved. That's going to hopefully make his weekend a little bit better, a little bit easier.
4 more drivers left. 4 more drivers left in K&N qualifying. Branden Sorensen. And Branden, he has his sister spotting for him. Are we running? Maybe I was born to run. Here we go. Branden Sorensen initiates hard into that wall. Again, Amanda in his ear. She does pro spec. So she's giving us some insight here. Look at a degree of angle there. 54, 50. I mean, that is a massive angle from Branden Sorensen. Quad lock on the back, locked in. Getting that right on that line. Great placement of this BMW for the 22-year-old Vegas native. Well done by Branden Sorensen.
Yeah, super well done. And he's done well at this track. He's had some incredible moments here. I think we're just stopping him to get the next car out on track into the burnout box, which hopefully be Aurimas Bakchis if he's not skipping a run. We'll find out here in a second. But yeah, Branden Sorensen, he's done really well here historically. And this is just another sign of that. First outside zone. Look at just very quick taps to the left foot brake. Holds it a little bit longer there. And yeah, does a great job. 64 miles an hour. Yeah, that's getting word. That's the fastest we've had anybody hit speed-wise here in qualifying. So he's taking advantage of this drying track really well. Imagine doing highway speeds. Well, Florida, it's not quite highway speeds. So that's about 80. But yeah, he's doing an incredible job for that first outside zone. Man, he looks very solid. Doesn't even touch the wheel, and then transitions back out. So could have done a bit better through zone 3, but every other part of this track he's got to be happy with. Let's see if that betters the 81.96 he has got from that first run. Really jamming out now, huh?
Yeah, right? We had some base, and 81.96, so his first score, the better of the two. We'll currently hold that position, but we have, what, 3 more drivers left?
We do, our top 3, so it'll be Odie, James, and then Conor. And you got to remember, Odie's run, it started raining.
Yeah.
So it's going to be first dry runs truly for him, James, and Conor. And
Drier,
yeah.
All right, going for it. No sight?
He did it.
He did. He already cleared it. Cleared it. Here we go. The field suspension. Subaru BRZ. Hobson Bakchis initiates high on the bank. Nice job. Again, getting drier conditions. We're seeing smoke come off this field suspension. BRZ now transition through the power alley. Kicks up a little bit of puddles, but no big deal. Back with the dry patch, and here comes the smoke machine. Right there. So again, dry spot there for Hobson Bakchis. Wow. A lot better conditions than his first run.
Yeah, agreed. And at least these are ones that are less variable, all things considered.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked dry, and then he came through the blocks, and then it was just an absolute tsunami after that. But first outside zone saving, very, very stable. Little bit of left foot brake here and there just to get that car to come around. 94%, great job. Second zone about halfway through that, and score reflects it. Third looks really good, right on the tape there. 97, one of the best scores we've seen through zone 3 so far, and then zone 4, 87. Cody's gonna be happy about that. So remember, zone 1 worth 20 points. Zone 2 and zone 3 is worth 5. Zone 4 is gonna be worth 10. It's really, really well done there. 44 degrees. Not our highest angle by any means, but very, very solid. We'll see how he comes through on the scoring. Bit of handbrake coming off the bank, so I think that's going to affect the style side of things just a bit. It's James Deane now going out for his sight lap.
Gotta love it.
Odie going to be waiting to see what that score looks like.
So Odie going to disrupt. And he does better, obviously, with a 79.46, and he does slide up to 10th. So that's a considerable jump.
James Deane wrapping up his sight lap, so we'll see. He looks like
James the Machine Deane, second to last. So we got 2 Irishmen, James Deane and then Conor Shanahan to end the night of qualifying. Again, thank you for your patience as far as Mother Nature, the rain, the delays, the sight laps, but all of it. Again, James Deane notably at last year's banquet, he dropped the mic, said, bring back qualifying. Well, guess what, James? I guess you got that kind of power, kiddo. So congratulations, he brings back qualifying, and here we are. The introduction of, again, Race Data Labs, the Wally, the digital judge working alongside our human judges. And again, Wally tomorrow, as far as head-to-head, is just used as an aid as far as Excel, decel, vehicle placement, and but our 3 judges, they scrutinize the runs. Here we go, James the Machine Deane, Pennzoil, O'Reilly Auto Parts, RTR, ready to rock. 5-time champ. Goes in that first outside zone, obviously found that dry spot. He's gonna hit the wet and then get back at it. It's gonna be a quick little, see if he can skeeter fly across and just dance on the top of that water and turn that smoke machine back on. Yes, he does. The Nitto tires go round and cross the finish line.
Yeah, great work.
All right, James. Well, again, he had wet conditions on his first run as well, but we know what he's capable of. But again, similar to Odie, drier conditions than his first run.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking really, really solid. 79 on that first one.
Yeah.
Good initiation there. Would like to see him just a touch higher on the bank, but yeah, we'll see how the scores stack up for him. But very, very clean all the way through there. Inside clip looking very solid. You can see that with our points there. Third zone, 79. I'd like to see him a bit deeper. And I think this zone 4 is going to be very, very tiny for him. Yeah, 87 again. So James Deane doing a great job, 46 degrees of angle. That I think should improve his run. 79 on the first one. I think we're getting pretty close to that here. So we'll see how the style score comes in. That is our judged element. Judges have 20 points they can give them for style, and then we average out the 3, and that is what their final style score would be, and that stacks on top of the scores you see there on screen right now. So 33.6 is going to be his angle, 34.3 will be his line. We'll see what the judges think when it comes to style. And there it is.
And 80.90 slides up to 9th. So kind of just robbing Peter to pay Paul as far as scores go, but at 80.90 does better.
Yep.
The first score slides into the top 10. One more driver left for K&N qualifying. K&N, the official air filter of Formula Drift. Forsberg sits on top of the 85.83, Richards 85.6, and Freddie 84.7. Shanahan looking for Conor to step up. And here goes Conor Shanahan in that Red Bull. Jerry Yang Racing 86, again, winner at Long Beach. Love to get back on the box, absolutely tearing up across the globe. But right now we're focused in and dialed in on here in Orlando. What's he gonna do? Pass that second inside zone into that last outside, filling all of it. Good, confident run there for Yang. For the Jerry Yang vehicles.
Yes.
But you know what I meant?
Nah, I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, not what I was expecting to come out of Conor on that run. I mean, it was solid for sure, but he's a driver that we've come to expect to just throw something absolutely epic, and it just didn't really come to fruition for him here. That first outside zone, he just didn't really get all the way up to it. So we'll see here on initiation. Looks like it's a good spot, but you can tell that rear wheel is not all the way up to it. Now he does get the bumper up to the wall, and as he comes through this part, he's only about halfway through our second zone, and yeah, just didn't really come to the full fruition that we would more or less expect for him.
All right, Shanahan, full pull, our final driver. Don't think that's going to be enough to take Forsberg.
Yeah, it's yeah, we'll see. So 60, yeah, 61.2 so far before we get into the style side of things. So we'll see what the judges say when it comes to style. But for right now, yeah, it's going to be potentially better, but hard to say. Hard to say.
Yeah, not going to be enough to take down Chris. The way Chris drove, aggressive. So, a 73.2. Shanahan not qualifying as well as we anticipated, like you said, Jacob. So 22nd position there for Conor Shanahan. Again, he does lead points, but what an action-packed Orlando Speed World Round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. That does commence qualifying. This is how it all shook out. Chris Forsberg, the Force, 3-time champion, leads the pack. Number 1 qualifier, Cole Richards, Fredric Aasbo, Jack Shanahan, the older brother, Jeff Jones. What a run for him. Dylan Hughes, he laid on his second. His first was enough. Adam LZ, Branden Sorensen, James Machine Deane, TLO. Got Ody Bakchis, Hobson. So Field and Gushi. There's our top 15. So thank you so much. And, qualifying.
Yeah,
pretty exciting.
Tough for a lot of drivers, but a few of them rose to the occasion. I mean, seeing Cole Richards in second is fantastic. Jeff Jones climbing back up there. Chris right back on form. Like, it's a fun shakeup. Nobody wants to get into a routine, and qualifying proved that. So.
You can't win in qualifying. I like the reintroduction of standard qualifying. Again, 2 non-consecutives. I like the introduction of Wally. Thank you for your patience. There's a lot of education that we're trying to inundate you with because there's a lot to take in. And again, the spirit of drifting is still alive and well, but utilizing all the assets, the camera angles and technology, there is a learning curve. So patience is a virtue, and obviously it's really cool to have them and be exploratory with this. So again, obviously when anything's involved like that, technology, just need some patience. And this is how it all shakes out tomorrow. Forsberg versus Stuke, anything stand out to you? I mean,
Jack Shanahan, Derek Madison, that one comes up. Hobson Castro, I think could be a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a couple. There's a big mix-up here.
Conor and James.
Yeah.
Out the gate.
Oh man.
So again, Conor Shanahan an Irish grudge match.
That's your top two.
Oh, that's your top two. Yeah,
that's a
big one. Out in 32. Ryan Tuerck versus Lemaire. Yeah. Dylan Hughes and Diego Higa. Cody Buchanan, Simen Olsen. Once again, those guys have seen a few times. So
there's a lot here.
There is a lot to unpack. Sorensen and RCP. Hobson and Castro. Castro knows this track. Hobson needs a little bit of luck on his side.
Matt Field, Conor O'Sullivan. I think that's going to be one of those fun battles. There's a lot here. Holy cow.
Yeah. I mean, but it all starts tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So check your local listings. Download the Racer app. If you see me tomorrow, I have a Roku Fire Stick for you. Show me the app. Again, first come, first serve.
That one.
So again, show me that you downloaded the Racer app, and I got a Roku Fire Stick for you.
I'll say if you can answer my backflip question, I'll give you.
What two drivers can do a backflip? We'll see you online. We'll see you another time. Online, specifically tomorrow, 3 o'clock, round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. On behalf of Jacob Gens, Lorette Nickel joins us tomorrow. I'm Jared Dienda, and this is Formula Drift. Set it.